what should we do? All the jokes have become the news. Take the black pill they're prescribing you. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. There is nothing to say, nothing you can do. The government and media just lie to you. Sit back and laugh, it's overdue. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. The host is a cripple, he can't stand gravity or the man. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. The show is the chat Johnny doesn't understand. We don't care what he has planned. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over.
All right, we're here. The chats are up. Saint Caesar over there on Twitch. Hey, how you doing? We've got a full show for you guys. I'm cleaning my goggles. God damn it! They get smudgy when you put them away. They get smudgy because they fold in on themselves, and then these super awesome, cool, reflective, oh my god, lenses get dirty, and it's a problem. It's a real problem. As cool as they are, a lot of maintenance. It's ridiculous. Red Scooper over there on... Ooh, we're a little hot. I'll bring you down. Red Scooper over there on Rumble saying, first, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. We have a show for you guys to go until 4:30 because we're fully funded for today. We're down to $45 for tomorrow. Which is a beautiful thing, and I am very, very grateful. So that is great. Tomorrow's crazy redonkadonk show of me eating stuff sounds like it's all set to go. Let's check the deliveries to see if we got those jelly beans in yet. If we got them in, I could do a tease today, but I don't know if they're here yet. Where's the order? Nope, that's the wrong thing. That's text messages. I want my Amazon app. There we go. I knew it. BlackRock has its hooks into everyone, says Mussolini. Why would you say BlackRock has its hooks into everyone? I don't know why you're saying that. What's the cause for that? We have a bunch of things to go over. I don't want to now arriving today. Oh, so they should be here soon. They should be here soon. We'll have them today. Possibly before the end of the show. And we can show those off. And by those, I mean disgusting jelly beans. Tomorrow's show is going to be a party. It's going to be fun. We've obviously had the audiences dipping a bit as we get closer to the Labor Day weekend. So the timing is horrible on my part, but it's my fault, so fuck me. And that's the name of the show tomorrow, the Go F Me Show. It's the Go F Me Day. It's a Go F Me show. We're going to have mystery McGillicuddy shots and disgusting jelly beans. We'll have a mixture of tuna and banana made and consumed, if that happens. And what's the other... What was the other really? Oh, yeah, the spicy jelly bean thing, as well as I've got a hot sauce that we can do shots of that. I'll be having a cocktail at the beginning of the show, but it's going to be the only booze I have, so once gone, it's gone. And then we'll be doing the shaving thing. Bocephus, did you try the jelly beans? They aren't here yet. They're getting here anywhere within the next hour. Wettis. Good band. What is Wettis? Tomorrow's show is brought to you by Puke Bucket. When what goes down comes back up. Puke bucket. We'll have 2 new stickers to debut. We don't have the shirts ready to debut this week, so fuck that. But we'll have 2 new stickers to debut. Hint about one of them, animal style. In and out, in and out. King Kong Dong, Johnny, my friend. Wheaties, I spell poorly. Wheaties is a cereal, not a band. Or did you say brand? Good band. I've never heard of the band Wheaties. Johnny stole my number 5 size butt plug, says Lab Glass, with $5. Thank you for the $5 on Rumble. We're about $10 now, give or take. With that 5, we're about $10 away from a buyout on Rumble, which would literally finish out tomorrow's goal. So if we make like another $10 on Rumble, and if we make I would call it a sizable what? Well, no, if we make another $10 on Rumble, we buy out the day, and then that just moves on. So yeah, whatever. Anything that happens on Twitch today will go forward to tomorrow's goal, unless it's knocked out, in which case it'll go to Monday's goal. The same way we always do. Yesterday's Twitch contributions bought out the goal before we started the show, which is why we're already down to 45. Wheatus. I spell very poorly, says Digger. All right, Wheatus. I still don't know what this is. Wheaties, the breakfast cereal used to punish spoiled brats, especially if you don't allow additional sugar. Do Wheaties have... I thought you needed frosted Wheaties to have sugar. Like, to have any sugar, you need frosted Wheaties. And then, like, so additional sugar would be with the frosted Wheaties, just allowing sugar with the Wheaties in general. I feel like the jelly beans need a trial run today. Bocephus, believe me, if they show up, I certainly will. I just, I don't know if they're here. I haven't even heard that they've been delivered. So they have to be delivered. And then I would have to arrange their transport down here, and I'd have to get them. If all of that can be done, we certainly will try. I will definitely do a trial run of the beans. I'm not excited for this for one very simple reason. I love jelly beans. I'm a fucking child, I know it, but I like jelly beans. There's a reason I never get them. I have no self-control. Good jelly beans, like Jelly Belly jelly beans, especially Dr. Pepper flavor, for those of you who are looking for Christmas gifts, those are fucking delicious, and I love good, delicious jelly beans. I like Jelly Belly jelly beans. I'm not excited to associate them with disgusting flavors. I feel channel point redeem not working. I made a joke to shame. Saint Caesar, I'm going to file that under, oh boy, I don't care. Like, no offense, I don't want that to be a thing going on long term. But channel points are meaningless. They don't do anything. And we don't have a large enough Twitch audience for me to be like, well, channel points give the people who can't contribute a way to interact. Like, Toasted marshmallow jelly bean is the best. See, there are a lot of good ones. So you are with jelly beans like how are with Newports. That's not true. Newports are illegal now, or at least very, very much redacted, I thought. I don't know. I haven't smoked in so long, I don't know, but I get the joke. Oh, he's talking about the channel point text to speak. Oh, yeah, that's never going to be a thing. I'm not doing, like, text to speak is a problem in and of itself with just the freedom that people have, but I'm not doing it for channel points. I don't want people just interrupting this with any voice. I don't care what kind it is, just interrupting the show because they've been here long enough to go, oh, look, I want it to say this. Artificial watermelon flavor is best in my humble opinion, says Digger. No channel points. I don't know what you mean. I'm just going to say right now, channel points is not a concern for me. Today or tomorrow. After the Labor Day weekend, I suppose we can get on that. I've got a lot of other balls to get into order next week. So as soon as this whole fun show thing is, finita, we're going to get done with it. We're going to move on next week. I got to get on some realtors' asses and find a place to live because we're still behind the ball on that. And then I'm going to try and get on that fancy newfangled drug shit. So grape jelly beans must be Brian's favorite, right? Oh, King Kong Dong. No. King Kong Dong. Mean. Digger liked the artificial watermelon. Just so racist. All right, let's load the story. I don't want to do a whole bunch of talking. Like Lexi isn't here right now, and that's probably for the best. I don't want to do a whole bunch of talk.
100 use bits if you want to talk about robots' leg joints, knee gears.
That shouldn't be as funny as it was. It really shouldn't. I think the problem is with me. We have the first hour stories loaded up. I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time talking about the fucking Minneapolis shooting and all that. But the idea that we won't is unfortunately complete fabrication, because try to do anything right now news related. I thought I got all the wrinkles out of this. What the hell? Why are you still wrinkly? Try to do anything news related right now without touching that subject. Good luck. Every single site, they've got like front and center. People are running multiple articles about multiple angles of analyzing this event. And so we'll do a little bit of it. Pray X12, good afternoon. Johnny in Digger, Texas, getting things in order with ivermectin. So maybe I'll move to Texas. What wanna TS? Wanna talk Travis Taylor engagement on trans shooter? That's about it for news. Oh, you mean the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce engagement or trans shooter? It's a lot of that. We've got a few things of that we'll talk about. Then we'll move on past it. We've got other things. There is sadly a lot of it's like the first hour is kind of the political stuff. We'll kind of do that, move through. It's going to become more lax as the show goes on. What was the one? Yeah, don't worry. We also have some really just horrible acts in general to talk about that people have done. So there's bad news all over. All right, and then we can. Oh, you know what? It's not a fun news day. I'm gonna say it's not a fun news day. I sent Johnny an article on Discord. It's about spiders. Oh, yeah, I think you did. I didn't grab that. You know what? We'll get that, too. We'll grab that one, too. Lab Glass with $10. $10, you say? Anywho, let's talk wieners. Oh, God, tomorrow will be fun for you with stickers. Look at all the wieners. Yeah. Tomorrow's going to be fun with you with stickers. But yeah, we can probably say that we've safely knocked out tomorrow's goal thanks to Rumble. Thank you, Lab Glass. That is awesome. I'm going to see if I can pull up Discord and get this. Yeah, I know I'm streaming. I really wish I could turn off that notification. All right, let's go to direct messages. Down to our buddy Brian. Spires turning fireflies into glow traps. Let's go ahead and pull this up. Is it an article or a video? I would love a video, but unfortunately it looks like it's just an article. So we've got that too. We can get that. We can get that one too. All right, so we'll keep that at the back end of the list. There's a lot of stuff loaded up now to talk about. So we can get into a couple different things. Game show host with horrible accents. You are the wiener. The question is, does the wiener sticker overlay with animal style sticker? The animal style and the wiener sticker will each be independent stickers. So they'll both be there. Why is this still up? Where is the Discord thing? Discord. There you are. You go bye-bye. Brian, LO. I am the co-host. I am the captain now. I am the captain now. We should do that one of these days. We should have like an advanced, like planned party day where just we'll do it on a day. People we'll just all hang out in the Discord. LOL, I've been replaced. And oh, you didn't say LOL. He said LOL. Look, I'm the host. I've been replaced, and all it took was a spider story. Wow, Johnny. Well, if you would have been here today, Digger, he filled a void that you left. Don't sit here and look like I'm the asshole, all right? He couldn't have got his foot in that door if you didn't leave it swinging wide the fuck open, okay? God damn. People on my jock because they're not here like it's my fucking fault. Alrighty. Want to see a tart spend $20 on a sticker? Make it about wieners. Oh, believe me, tomorrow's going to be a fun day. For those of you that love the stickers, we're going to have the 2 new ones. Popular demand stickers available. And then, yeah. I only hope I don't disappoint with the wiener sticker. The Drippo sticker, the animal style sticker, that one will be that one's largely out of my hands. That one's largely a request from a heavy donator to the show that has provided me with more than enough material to make the damn thing. So I mean, why the fuck not? Anyways, are you doing a show on Monday, Johnny? No, I am taking Memorial Monday off to do some focusing on packing around here, fucking with the computer. And so I'm not planning to do a show Monday because I'm not doing a Steel Toe show Monday. It's kind of up in the air, though. Are a lot of people going to be back to work on Monday? I thought a lot of people had Monday off due to being Memorial Day. That was all that I was thinking. Digger is irreplaceable. She has a void that Johnny has been nominated as most likely to fill. Oh, dude, Johnny is determined. Johnny will walk again to fill that void. Nah, I'm really good at filling holes, says Brian. I'm just, I'm an all-purpose orifice. I just fill holes. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Fucking dick. Monday off, video game day, says King Kong Dong. That's not a half bad idea because I do have the capture card. I could play like Mecha Break on my Xbox and just watch it. Like I could fucking watch it. I could play Mecha Break on my Xbox and I could tune it into that screen right there. So I'm playing on a good screen, but you guys will see it. Yeah. And then the computer could do the whole thing. And I still get access to all my fun Xbox stuff. Because I put stuff in on my Xbox account. Like over time, I want to keep that going. Idea, we need to put drink wiener water on the spinner. Digger, I don't have any wiener water. What am I supposed to do to make wiener water? Just take a bunch of wieners and put them in a cup with some water? I mean, I actually could pull that off by tomorrow, but still. How do we drink wiener water? What, do I got to cut the hot dog up and then just put it in the fucking cup? About time Blizzard put WoW on console. Well, with the one-button attack rotation system, putting it on console at this point, why wouldn't you? I would be excited for that because then I could always just play it on my console. So, but either way, I am off on Monday and have nothing to do. Well, then I guess we'll do, if anything, we'll do like a game stream or something, buddy. We can do some Mecha Break, I guess, if you want. I mean, I'm fine with that. I have it on the computer and on the Xbox. It's just I have all the suits unlocked on the Xbox. I don't have Stellaris on the computer or Inferno or Serenith. I don't really care about not having Serenith, but like Stellaris is like a big one. Like not having Inferno is like but like I really love Stellaris. Like Stellaris is one of the weakest mechs in the game. It's easy to take him out. It's difficult. It's high risk, high reward. Fucking nimby-pimby shit, but fucking damn if I don't love it. I love the look of it, the move of it, the feel of it. Mark III's even prettier, so what are you going to get from me? It's already on PC Game Pass Ultimate, so why not? What are you talking about? Mecha Break's free to play. It's like, hey, it's on Game Pass. It's fucking free to play. As for WoW being on PC Game Pass Ultimate, I have not found it. I've looked. I think I have well, it's console based, but I have an Xbox Ultimate subscription. If I have free access to World of Warcraft through that, I'll look into it. But then I can easily go back to WoW. I'm kind of wanting to do that too. No cross progression. you aren't able to log into your Xbox account from PC. I don't know if that. I haven't looked into it. I can, but I also can just as easily capture card it and play from my PC. But you are allowed cross play, so even if I play from my Xbox account, it doesn't matter. I also really like using the controller in the game. With the way it all works, there'd be no benefit to me switching to doing it by hand. So, Lab Glass, I love wiener water. I'd turn it into ice cubes. That sounds gross. Sony has Final Fantasy XIV on console. Has for years. Why Blizzard struggles with that, nobody knows. Oh, I totally do. They'd never invested any effort into it because up until extremely recently, some might even say, tinfoil hat, up until Microsoft's buyout of Blizzard, World of Warcraft has been too fixated on precision casting, which is really weird. To be one of the people who can do the stuff, you need to have add-ons. The UI is not broad enough, not inclusive enough, and the community so overwhelmingly welcomed in mods and add-ons that to play it on Xbox would be incredibly difficult because all the mods would have to be recoded, the game would have to be recoded, and then you'd have to make it okay for them to interact with each other. So it would be a lot more difficult to do that. Also, because Final Fantasy XIV already has a more complex spell you should go for and the cast times are very lax, so you got time to go get it. You don't, but in World of Warcraft, it's, you gotta hit the buttons like a fucking spazzing. You have to almost be on meth, playing whack-a-mole with your spells to play most characters. And characters that have had remarkably simple cast rotations and simple clicks have been referred to one-button winners that people in the community, still to this day, I think, have fucking spoken out against. So the introduction of the auto-cast system where you pretty much just hit the same button and it automatically casts your preferred spell at that exact moment in time is immense, and it vastly changes the game. And since World of Warcraft is now really locking down on we want to be less pushing for mods as the only way to play the game and end game content and make it more mods are a way to accentuate your game for your own personal play. They have always incorporated good mods into the game, but they haven't always pushed to make the game not require mods. So those changes, and you could say it's not related, you can say it is, but those changes came about. Microsoft took over Blizzard. Those changes came about. Now we're hearing whispers of the WoW console edition. It's been known for a long time, all the way back to the Xbox Connect, that Xboxes could run fucking World of Warcraft. Because a dude made a video where he had to be a programmer to do this, but he set up a program where he played World of Warcraft with Xbox Connect. He leaned forward, his character went forward. He leaned back, he was the joystick. So he's doing this kind of shit to move the character, but then if he taps up at a certain part of a certain area of the screen, he'll cast a certain spell. So it almost looks like he's doing DDR Revolution, but he's fucking fighting in World of Warcraft. It was a closed server, so it wasn't whatever. Nude mod in WoW was fun. Yeah, you can't get those anymore, I don't think. WoW uses tab targeting. You hit tab 1,000 times to target what you want to, but if you hit 1,001 times, you hit it 1,000 times more. Right, Mussolini diff. But even after you get through to the right target, you gotta, again, well, hold on, where is it? All right, my gaming setup that I use to play my MMOs, and it doesn't matter if it's Final Fantasy XIV or World of Warcraft, is these two guys. These two guys. Now, this guy is a half board. This thing's really nice. It's got some custom keys for it, but it's a half board. It's most of your keyboard out of the way. So you move your keyboard to a distance where it's not involved in your shit, and you use this for your motion and whatever. Then I've got my control, my alt, my shift at the bottom there. Then I just have 1 through 12 on this thing. So I can literally shift through 3 bars of my spells, all that crap. But playing World of Warcraft was just literally like control 1, 1, 4, 5, 1, shift 4, control 1, and just playing whack-a-mole like that. Which if my hand could still do without dying after 30 minutes. That's why I stopped playing in the first place. I couldn't raid anymore because I couldn't fucking play the game. I couldn't move my thumb. I'd die out after a half hour and they complain, Promi, you're not doing enough DPS. Like, right, I can't hit my spells fast enough. Saint Aaron saying, real life playing would be nice. Kill Murlocs while beating your brother. Right? And thank you, Clippers Unite, for the $1.99. Very, very grateful for that. I have to do a controlled burn for everything Lab Glass has done, and Clippers Unite over there on the $1.99. Let's give our little heart there. Thank you so much for the first. I hope you have a great day, Johnny. I hope you do too. I hope you do too. All right, where is that? Where is that? Okay, because we count. Everyone, why am I yawning? I got more than enough sleep. I'm angry. I'm energized. They're talking about WoW. I should be fucking flying. I was an Age of Empires guy. Love them Celts. Dude, I love Age of Empires 2. I still play Age of Empires 2, which I tried playing on Xbox, and it looks fine. It plays fine, but it's just fucking Xbox controller set. No, fucking real-time strategies, StarCraft, Age of Empires 2, that's full keyboard shit, all right? I can make a half board work, but I don't want to. Like, that's a full keyboard one. Because you're like, no, I got to build something, so that's B, open the build menu. And I want to build a tower, so that's T. And then I want to build a defensive tower, that's R. So it's literally BTR, and then there you go. But, like, fucking controllers, good luck figuring that shit out. All right, anyways, the Kinect was the reason the Xbox One was an extra $100, and the Kinect was just a spy device. It wasn't just a spy device. It was a racist thing that allowed you to play Fruit Ninja on a large screen TV. And the Xbox One Kinect is where I developed a healthy obsession with covering all cameras when they're not in use. I had a fucking towel, a hand towel, shut up, to covering the Xbox One Kinect camera. It wasn't even my idea, actually. My ex was the one who would not let that be not uncovered. And then when you could get covers for them, that was the first thing we did. We got a cover for it. They now use the Kinect at airports now. Really? Like to play Fruit Ninja? Did they fix it so the Kinect can see black people? I don't like that. I don't like that revelation, Saint Caesar. The Kinect couldn't see black people. We may have a problem. If I get an alert that my package is delivered, I'm going to have it run down here. Delivered. Oh. All right. I got to put some stuff away. Put this in there and close all that up. All right, close all that away. We can't do any burns or anything. I got to get this done here. Where? Actually, they could throw them down here. Wait, come on. I need to text. Need to text her. All right, and then we'll just close that. So we won't do any burns anytime soon just because, all right, Lab Glass, are we building towers? Gay. No, we're not building towers. I was saying fucking go to bed at night and stop sexting Digger. Richard Head, 77. First of all, no, I will never stop sexting Digger as long as I live, unless she asks me to. I'll never do it for you. I didn't start sexting her for you, and I'm not going to stop sexting her for you. You're not in the equation, buddy. Typical WoW player would be able to use an Xbox Kinect to move their character. They would knock down their empty soda can towers. Oh, man, no. Mussolini, if now I know you're lying because a typical WoW player wouldn't have soda can towers. They'd have piles of pop bottles. Or maybe they would have cans. I don't know. That's one I always wondered. I drank, like, Code Red from a bottle, like when I was drinking soda and playing WoW, but, like, could never do it much. The fucking Rumble chat's having a ton of tower fun. So hooray, hurrah for that. I can't step away. This is such a pain in the ass. I don't remember that story. You don't remember the fucking Connects don't see black people? Hold on. Let's see if we can find a news story on it on YouTube. I'll totally play that. Xbox Connect. Xbox Connect doesn't. Thank you. How to fix black screen. How to fix Xbox no HDMI signal. No, I want it. The Xbox Connect didn't see black people. We'll type in 360. Xbox 360 is spelled with a K. Connect. All right. Xbox 360 Connect support. Ownage pranks. What? Nope. How to take it apart and repair it? No. Where's the thing? Setup and demo. It's like they scrubbed the internet of this. You can't find these stories anymore. Connect review. No. How to use this 360? Yeah. I can't find an actual news story on it right now. But no, when it first came out, it wasn't an intentional design. Just Xbox didn't see black people. Digger, Brad decides it's not the worst idea. Have you ever have her strap the package to Al and toss the dog to you? That's a horrible idea. Do your legs work in your sex? Says Jelly for the Smelly. Totally. That's why it's roleplay. That's what I would roleplay. Why do you think I love doing online games? My legs work in those. Sorry for the caps. It's fine. I thought you were really excited. Well, we all were. Sadly, no, Digger. Didn't expect holiday here. Oh.
Corgo 100 Johnny, did you and Digger find a house to buy in Canada? What's the house prices like up there in No Balls, Canada?
Red Fox Mad, the house prices are really, really high. The answer to that is currently no. Although between the school shooting stuff and everything else, I'm totally down with the idea of doing it. Totally down with the idea of doing it. I just don't want to. Just don't have the money. If I could figure out that little squirrel, would be fine. Boobs. You put the S, so it's booze, boo. No, boobs. Right. There we go. There's your boobs. Thank you, Wild Saffron. Was the shadow connection on... Well, it was the shadow connection on the Kinect. Asphalt cameras are shadow demons to the Kinect. Asphalt Americans, not asphalt cameras. Damn it, Johnny, you can't read. Alrighty, so we've got that. I just saw the package be quote-unquote delivered, by which I mean they chucked it down at me. Fiery Red Podcast jumping in saying, hey, all. Hey, Fiery, I have like 5 days left on my, or not even 5 days, less than 5 days, like 4, 3. I have like 3 or 4 days left on my Final Fantasy 14 subscription. It's probably going to lapse for a little bit. I got to go back to WoW. I'll be back in a while. If I can find out how to get the fucking Xbox, the Saint Caesar keeps saying it, I haven't found it. If I can find this fabled free WoW subscription through Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, I'll totally log in and play WoW through that and just spend my subscription money when I have it on 14. You know what you should do? Pay attention to putings and do a search on the victims. And dear Lord, Saint Aaron. Dear Lord. Aaron says Post Malone can solve anything and make everyone happy. No offense, Red Fox Mad. I don't mean this to disparage Aaron. I would never take anyone saying they have the solution to everything. Just I wouldn't believe that. I feel like anyone that comes, it's just their opinion. Best of luck to them. Pray X12. I'll keep praying then. Praying for what? Sadly, no digger. Don't expect to win holiday. Don't expect to with holiday. Don't expect what? What do we? All right, I don't know where we're at. I don't know where we're at. I don't know where we're at. Okay, I have actual like show stuff to do. At St. Aaron, brilliant idea, Johnny. Listen, what's St. Aaron's? Oh, you mean in Minnesota or in, like, we don't have a lot of pew-pews in my area. Like, I kind of like that. Plus, do I want to move into somewhere where other people got pew-pewed? Sounds dangerous. Johnny wants to save 50 euros with Jet 2 holiday. God, I wish. I don't even have €1. All right, we'll go to this quick. With the weekend coming up, the White House wanted to brag about fuel prices. So Pam Bondi's easy. That's not Pam Bondi. Fuck you. What's her name? This chick is easy on the eyes. Let's hear.
Travel plans. They will be able to enjoy 5-year low gas prices thanks to President Trump fully unleashing American energy dominance.
Again, I don't. Yeah, they might be low today, but what about tomorrow? This is one of those weird things where it's like you guys can just release the Federal Reserve somewhat to cut the gas prices down. I don't know if I trust this. We have a big mental health crisis in America. Open the big state mental hospitals. Gun control is not the way to fix our problems. There's a lot of different people who have a lot of different takes on that, but I'll say this. You can't open the big state mental hospitals. They've been closed and shuttered so long, you need to rebuild them.
President Trump ended Joe Biden's Green New Scam policies and is delivering on his promise to make America affordable again. As Americans make their way...
So I'm delivering on his promise to make it affordable again. Again, I don't believe that when it's the fucking holiday weekend. Everybody pushes the gas prices down during the holiday weekend. It's what happens after. I have no idea what's... The Rumble chat is gone. It's just people typing in letter towers. It's just gone. We have no Rumble chat. I can't keep up with that. I don't think that's how gas prices are decided. What do you mean? On our energy policy? I mean, kind of, partially, but you can release like the military reserves and the reserves that the government has to offset oil prices. Just a question of whether or not we have it. Don't the Arab countries meet every quarter year to set the price or something? Yeah, pretty much, Jelly for the Smelly. We have little control on it because, again, are we an OPEC nation? It's OPEC, I think, that does that. But anyhow, I don't trust it because I've seen too many presidencies fake stuff on Derpa. All right, you know what? Yeah, have your fucking fun. I'll just close the Rumble chat. Fuck it. Fucking all right. Anyways, let's find a video to play for a second here so I can step away from the desk. How long is this one? Yeah. 2.5 minutes. Should be more than enough time. The Democrats and Mark Fry are very happy to take over the discussion of the Minneapolis people. I'll hit play on this quick, maybe. I don't know if I want to do that. You know what? We'll just take the chat off the screen for a second because I can't trust to walk away for a minute. And we'll put up the BRB thing, and I'll go grab those. And we'll do that. If we have a hype train, we'll do the jelly beans. So there's the BRB. We'll be right back. Oh, hey. Yeah, but it's not. And then we'll take the chat down. So I'm sorry. I'm going to step away for just a second to go grab that because I don't want to leave it sitting on the floor. I especially don't want the cats trying to figure out it's something worth playing with. Where is... There it is. There's my bitch. All right. I am sorry. I am going to step away and get them beans. BRB.
Hey world, what should we do? All the jokes have become the news. Take the black pill they're prescribing you. Game over. Game government and media just lie to you. Sit back and laugh, it's overdue. Game over. Game over. Game over.
Cheer 100 pee pee poo poo pee pee poo poo pee pee poo poo pee pee poo poo.
The host is a cripple, he can't stand gravity or the man. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. The show is the chat Johnny doesn't understand. We don't care what he has planned. Game over. Game over. Game over.
Okay, we're back. I've got the, need a way to open this. Oh, hey, it's easy open? Oh, no, it's got a thingamadab. So which side did the thingamadab do you have to hit? Fuck it. I'll do it this way. So we'll get this out. Brian Science, it works. Here in BC, Canada, the price of gas has changed on Tuesdays. Okay. I'll throw that away later. All right. So for tomorrow, I didn't ask for this. I got an extra thing of Bean Boozled. I didn't order these. So I've got the 7th gen ones. And, all right, so I've got 7th gen Bean Boozled beans. Contains weird and wild flavors. We've got, get that stupid thing off the screen. Where's my BRB? I wish my buttons worked. That's why we always had these things on buttons. It was so easy. So easy. And we can bring the chat box back. We've got the fiery ones. And we've got the what the fuck ones available. Plus, there should be another package of what the fuck ones on the way. Thingamadab. What is a thingamadab? New Ulm, Steve. Biden released so much of the U.S. oil. When in office, the storage is extremely low. Grocery is extremely high. When we are. Okay. Eating normal jelly beans, a small handful at a time is fine. Eating Bean Boozled jelly beans, a small handful at a time, is known as a huge mistake. Well, if we do a hype train, we'll have a bean or two out of one of these. We've got the Fiery 5, and we've got the regular Bean Boozled beans. And there's another, how much to drop the whole box? These are for tomorrow, man. I can't do that today. These are for tomorrow, Bo Cephas. And they'll come up with a thing. They'll be on the Wheel of Death thing a number of times. There's going to be several Bean Boozled tabs. So when the wheel spins, they'll be on a thing. So they'll be on a thing tomorrow. What the fuck does a bean cost? Well, like, if we hit a hype train, I'll pop a random bean at each level of the hype train, and we'll fucking have fun with it or whatever. I don't know. I don't know, man. I was trying to do a show. I was trying to talk about serious shit. I didn't realize we were going to spend all day with me fucking doing bean challenges, and I can't waste them all today because, again, the big party thing tomorrow. The big we're going to torture ourselves before everyone goes on holiday celebration show is tomorrow with all of the tortures. The doing them today is about teasing. 259 is the lowest I've seen since Sleepy Joe, but 130 higher than in 2019. I remember when I popped my bean. 1982 was a good year. That's the year I was born, Jelly for the Smelly. That's scary. What's the big party? A queef in the night asking. The thing that's on the bottom of the screen, the Go F Me show tomorrow. Tomorrow's the fun Go F Me show. I'll be having a cocktail just at the start and just kind of hanging and chilling. There's a bunch of things that I'll do to torture myself for your amusement. Little wheel of death we spin every like $20-25, and we just have a crazy fun time. And I'll shave patches of my beard off and other things that I'll deeply annoy and regret doing later. And one of the other fun things people came up with was the Bean Boozled beans, and that's what we're bringing in. Is that how you start a train, or do we have to get naked? Fallen, I don't know what you're saying. This is the party planning segment of the show, says PreyX12. I see Johnny as a shaft man. I'm not a shaft. What the you mean a shaft man? Average in central Minnesota is still 270 to 280. That sounds low, though. It sounds low. Our money is backed by oil. Petrodollar is what it's called, says Red Fox. What? Our money is backed by oil? I see. We covered that. Fiery Red, just the tip. Tease the tip, tickle the tape. That's how you make a bunch of white paint. Oh, good God, people. It's like an afternoon and it's the weekend. Do we have to be so vulgar? Lord. Thank you for being here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. YouTube, the big one today. Normally it's over Rumble. Alrighty. We do have, what is it? I have the press secretary thing. Let's go to this. What kept the shooter from getting inside the church? I don't know. Do we want to talk about the Minneapolis shooter? It seems like the chat, like we're almost an hour through the show. I'm really kind of thrown up there. People don't really seem interested in this. Does Johnny remember a 360 game called Steel Battalion? You played with a huge double joystick setup or tried to use Kinect. Emphasis on tried. I don't think I ever played Steel Battalion. I don't think I remember Steel Battalion. You'd have to give me more about what the game is and less about how you played it. Those are the things that sit with me, like the stories and stuff. I get sucked into those, the narratives. I've never played Gears of War. I've never been a Gears of War person. They redid Gears of War, and I was like, well, maybe I could try getting into it this time. I tried getting into it before. I really couldn't. I'm not good getting into games along the way, but at the start. I was playing MMO Final Fantasy 11 on 360. Johnny, here's information, information video on the dollar and oil. All right, fuck it. We're already talking about it. Let's go to this. It was about fighting bananas. I played Peel Battalion. That sounds fun. Again, for me, the Kinect, the Xbox Kinect was entirely Fruit Ninja. It was entirely Fruit Ninja. There was I think there was voice commands you could give, or was that? You know what? I don't remember. That might have just been a voice option thing in the other one. I played Steel Peel Banana. How much for a barrel of Diddy brand oil? I don't think that's the same kind of oil. I'm going to go out on a limb here and wager we're talking different types of oil. But let's go ahead and check this video out. Thank you for sending in. Who was it that sent it? Red Fox Man. Bam.
World, nearly every barrel of oil you buy is priced the same way, in US dollars. From Saudi crude to North Sea Brent to West Texas Intermediate, different oils, different places, one currency. This didn't happen by accident. It's the result of history, habit, and the hidden plumbing of global finance. Understanding it explains why the dollar keeps its power, and what it would take to change that. When traders say, oil is priced in dollars, they mean the benchmarks, Brent and WTI, quote price as dollars per barrel. These benchmarks set a starting point for millions of daily deals. Even if two parties settle later in another currency, the number they start from is almost always in dollars. Why those dollars? Partly because of timing. After World War II, the U.S. ran the world's deepest financial markets and most stable payment rails for commodities that move across borders. You want a currency that's easy to hedge, easy to borrow, and easy to move. The dollar fit all three. The system locked in during the oil shocks of the 1970s. As prices surged and OPEC grew more powerful, the U.S. and Saudi Arabia struck an understanding. Saudi oil would be priced in dollars, and in return, the U.S. would provide security and a reliable market for Saudi exports. Other producers.
How's that working right now?
producers followed. Once the world standardized on dollars, switching became hard. That's the key. Network effects. The more people who use dollars for oil, the more liquid the dollar market becomes, and the safer it feels to everyone else. Here's how it works today. Step 1. Pricing. A producer posts an offer linked to Brent or WTI, dollars per barrel. Step 2. Hedging. Traders hedge price risk using futures and options, also in dollars, because those are the deepest markets with the tightest spreads. Step 3. Payment. Banks
Yeah,
move
everybody
money
loves a
through
good tight
dollar
spread.
systems like
Who doesn't
chips and
fucking
Fedwire,
enjoy a
and
tight
through
spread?
offshore euro dollar banks, dollar deposits held outside the U.S. That offshore pool is massive, which makes large, fast payments possible. Step 4. Recycling. Finally, the exporter has a pile of dollars. They buy equipment, invest abroad, or purchase U.S. assets like treasury bonds. That's called petrodollar recycling, and it helps keep global demand for dollars high. The dollar won, not just because America is big, but because America's financial markets are big, regulated, and open. Oil is volatile.
So we're
If you're
not
selling billions.
fucking right-clicking without trying again. So we're not gonna have like an economic recession and fucking the dollar plummet and all that stuff here. Like that won't be a thing. And if that happens, does that mean we collapse these markets too? The title of your YouTube video is "Someone is trying to play it better with Connect." The title of a YouTube video. Oh. There's something in the mist. What are we talking about? Looks like a squirrel. You know what? We'll go there. Thank you for that rousing lesson that we have over there in that informational video. Eugene Stoner, welcome to Johnny's and Skill Oil Emporium. What's Skill Oil? I have no idea. Thank you for being here, Eugene Stoner. How many cars does one barrel fill? A barrel of oil? Well, if it's crude oil, I imagine quite a few. I would think. All right, let's close that. We didn't even really mean to get into that. Close this. I don't want to do that. That's the Science Daily one. We'll switch to that if we need to. I do need to grab the sticker board. I keep forgetting to remember to do that. So let's do that now. And go to this. More extensions. And then open the dashboard. All right, there we go. Now we're good on that one too. And I do have to pull this up. Somebody was asking about the GoFundMe the other day, so we'll pull that up and check up on that if it's been... this should be shutting down if it hasn't already. I don't think we have anybody else donating. I don't know why the person was asking about the address for it. All right, whatever. All right, still the same thing. We won't bother talking about it. It's kind of at the end. And since we still haven't found a place to go, I don't feel right being like, hey, donate to the GoFundMe. We don't have anywhere to live, but, why not? Okay, so police chief explains what kept the shooter from getting inside the church. I really don't want to do that one. I'm not going to bother doing that. That's a long video that we're not going to. I am going to do this one, though, because I fucking hate the Democrats in this state for what they've done in terms of rules and other things. And so when they pull this kind of crap, I'm more than happy to call them pieces of shit for it. This is Jacob Fry. I almost did it again. This is Jacob Fry with fucking, god damn it, Psaki, Jen Psaki. Both of them being cunts.
I've been thinking about them as my own all day, as I know many people watching have been thinking about them as their own. It's so fresh here. It's just happened this morning, and there has already been sort of some effort, which I think is so sick and disgusting, to weaponize some of the details, even if we don't know a lot at this point in time.
Oh, fuck you. No. The details are why you don't want to weaponize it, because, again, you were more than ready to weaponize it for we have to ban guns, we have to ban guns, we have to ban guns. But once again, and this is something I thought about, school shootings aren't new. They've happened before. but the rash of them, the consistency of them, the repeated choice of young children in schools targeting those organizations, especially if they're religiously based, has been an uptick that we can attribute to a cause. You fucking assholes. Small fry Jakob. I would agree with that. Eugene Stoner, welcome. What? Spell correctly screwed up my chat. I mean, it would help. But I don't read things right when they're spelled correctly. Anyway, she's a commie pickle slob. I don't even know about that. It's so blatantly two-faced. Because again, she's like, oh, like people politicizing this. Like, you guys would be politicizing it from the jump. But early on, we were able to come out with several facts that you immediately this was the fucking meme of the whole thing. Countdown to finding out they're trans. Countdown to finding out all these left-leaning places don't want to talk about it and don't want to rehash it and don't want to make any rash judgments. But if it's the other side of the story, we know how you act. We know how you act. If this was a conservative kid who thought the liberals were stealing their country and these children are being indoctrinated and death's the only way to save them, oh boy, would you be talking about every little thing about him. Wouldn't he be the biggest evil person? And you'd be talking about how we need to put out gun control and talk about gun control. And I'm already hearing people talking about gun control. I'm not worried about gun control. I am worried about, again, drugging kids.
And obviously the law enforcement in your city have been keeping people abreast, including details about the individual possibly being trans, about the individual possibly having negative things to say about Trump, about some things that have been on
and
the
can
weapons.
we talk about that one too?
Very early reporting. What do you do?
I'm pissed. Can we talk about that one too? I feel like I was lied to because I distinctly remember the left-wing movements arguing that this kind of behavior was what we got out of the right if they didn't get their way. But after, like, the last 20 years of getting your way on the game board, it seems like it's the people on the left that are flipping it the minute they don't get their way. This particular assailant was severely mentally ill. His manifest made me puke last night, says Rusty Grammar. Well, this is the other thing about this. I don't necessarily think that like hormonal medications and trans medications like were a thing for this. I think more importantly than anything that this person was mentally ill. And again, they gravitated towards those movements because in those movements, you're never seen as mentally ill. Johnny, we are always being lied to. Never ever think you are being told the truth, says St. Caesar. Well, great, St. Caesar. I really appreciate your take that thought to heart when you hear this comment. I really appreciate you contributing. Everyone should be ready to die and second of any day. I don't know about ready, but you should understand that safety is never guaranteed regardless of the society or the setup. Even if you're armed to the teeth, your safety is never guaranteed. Anyhow, but yeah, it's like I said, it's not even a joke. It's literally like, and it's so evil and it's so sick. All of these people politicizing this for their aims. Obviously, we're learning things that make this another huge loss in our column. But like I said, the part that pisses me off is I was always, when I was, quote, among friends as a more left-leaning person, I was always told, and I was a believer. I was a believer in that, it's the conservatives that'll, it's the right-wingers, it's the blah, 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 it's the Christian conservatives that'll grab their weapons and come into your homes and punish you for being gay and all this other stuff. And again, what I have seen is remarkably the opposite. Not even like, oh, they were wrong and it's something totally different. No. It is a 180-degree push in the other direction. It is literally, this is the first time I can say in the last 20 years that I've seen like majority conservative control back since like Bush.
Johnny, do you remember when I hypnotized you to not remember being gay? Cheer 100.
You never did. Thank you, Professor Tie-Dye. Thank you for the 100 bits. Let's play this. We've got 2.5 hours left in the show. We'll do a couple of jelly beans somewhere along the way here for all the support we've had today. Fuck that little narcissist. Wow. But here's the thing. Like, when I saw that manifesto and I saw that stuff, I thought this guy's fucking nutso, and he's gonna do this kind of shit regardless. Like the whole. But again, this is where I get the trans movement thing. I think is part of the problem with how it's allows people like this to have, if you will, a safe space. Someone like this should have been monitored, should have been watched, should have been kept their eye on. They were able to do all of these things, and they were clearly mentally ill. I don't think this person necessarily became a school shooter because they were a member of trans ideology stuff. I just think literally trans ideology stuff was a blanket they covered themselves with, and that prevented any of us from seeing these warning signs. Always have clean undies on, says Lapglass. Well, I mean, does it matter? Here's my question for that. I understand what you're saying, but does it matter if you're going to, like, shit yourself upon death? Isn't that what happens when you die? Your body just goes, and you just unload? Because nobody will ever believe you had clean undies to start with at that point. You're just stacked in stains. Criminals don't follow rules and laws. Twin Cities and... That is gross. Thank you for the sticker, the bits. We might have a hype train coming in. Who threw that sticker? Labglass with the butter up sticker for 100 bits. Thank you. South Park taught us about that. Taught us about what? I don't. All right. We'll let this play for a minute, but I'm fucking hate both of
as
these.
a leader of your city to prevent details from being weaponized, and you.
Oh, fuck you. Prevent details from being weaponized. You're the people that weaponize the details. You just don't want to weaponize these because you don't want to go out against those people. So, fuck that. And another thing, this racist asshole just fucking had the Democratic Party, invalidate the nomination and the election of a Somali guy because they don't want him to be in control. They just want him to be loyal voters. You know what? I'm going to have trouble doing this. I can't take this bullshit. Oh. Alrighty, so, yeah, they are not, they're not happy.
Weaponize these nuts, you Chucky-looking ginger bitch.
Oh boy. So the worst part of this is, again, the whole like, oh well, we don't want to weaponize these facts and whatever. Like, you totally want to weaponize them, just not when they're not on that. This is something else. This is largely, and I hate that this event happened, but this like kind of pushback is what I'm glad to see for this. So we'll play this one and move on. And thank you, Professor 100 or Professor Tie-Dye with the 100 bits. Oh, it helps if you unmute it, asshole. I couldn't find the actual video. All I can find are these fucking short clips.
Yeah, we are doing those kind of studies now.
We have 2.5 minutes to launch a hype train. If one more person throws in 100 bits, gifted sub, or sub resubscription or subscription that hasn't done it before, and that'll kick off a hype train. If we do a hype train, I'll do the controlled burn, and after I recover from that, we'll do a bean, and I'll pray it doesn't suck. And yeah, all right. Let your anger out on some drywall, Johnny. No, I can't. It'd fall over. The right is anti-taxation, pro-liberties, God, guns, family. Too bad most Republicans don't act on that premise. Oh, I actually have a very funny story about that. Apparently, a lot of like the Republican Party in Washington is apparently secretly gay or openly gay or just, like the aides and the people working in the system. They're gay.
Cheer 100 Johnny ride dat train like Aaron get a train at the 90s.
I think he means the gay 90s. All right, we have a minute and a half for someone else to throw in and kick that train off. So far, it's been Professor Tie-Dye and Lab Glass, I believe. If anyone else throws in that that fun little time over there on Twitch, we'll be able to do that. And if you guys have sticker requests and everything like that, we have the thing up. We can do those over here. I can't force a hype train. I wish I could, like, you know, put in bits and things like, oh, this is, but you can't. Anyways, I am, as someone who has taken like antidepressants and stuff, I'm very much for all this shit that they're talking about. So we'll hit play on that. And again, a minute for the hype train. We'll see.
Studies on the
It is so
potential
unfortunate he has that voice.
of some of the SSRI drugs and some of the other psychiatric.
I take it back. It was the right way to play this way because he almost always needs fucking subtitles. I feel bad for him. I understand it's not deliberate, and I can't believe the guy is in the profession he's in, given that fucking voice. I will say this. If you want to say like someone tried to kill him to silence him, I'd believe it.
Drugs that might be
24 seconds left on that hype train. Looks like we're going to finish there. Thank you for trying, though. Appreciate it. Here we go. Boom.
contributing to violence. You know, many of them on there have black box warnings that warn of suicidal ideation and
I can attest to that.
Ideation. So we need.
Well, not homicidal. That one I don't know. I don't know many of the antidepressants in SSRIs that have homicidal ideations. I will say the suicidal ones definitely a thing. Let's close that out. That hype train didn't take off. Maybe later. Always leaves the option to do it later. Let's close that one. We've got God. All right, we'll do this last one. Gavin Newsom came out against the shooting, saying we can't even make it through the first week of school without mass shootings, and the @GOP will continue to do absolutely nothing while our kids are gunned down. This is sick. The only problem with that, Gavin, is that this happened in a Democratic state with a Democratic governor. The conservative regions, which are largely rural, not affected. The city, the state, like the legislature, like very, very Democratic. Also, we have the whole, you know, who did it thing. So he got ripped on in tweets for that. I guess that's about all worth covering for it. We're into the second hour, so I'm gonna ditch it. I'm fucking don't want to talk about it. I'm pissed. I'm pissed about all of that. What matters right now is Texas, with the stroke of the governor's pen, will drive to pick up the ivermectin. BTW, Democrats voted against this bill. What do you mean what matters right now is Texas, with the stroke of the governor's pen, will drive to pick up the ivermectin? I'm not quite sure what that means. That I would say that does matter. I need to look into that more. Johnny, are you going to be at what the fucking? Oh. Let me say this. Let me answer this. The fact that I find that question hilarious should be your answer. If it isn't, and I don't, why would I? Even if what you say is true, why would I? But hey, glad you're so obsessed, buddy. Good luck to you. Way to jinx us, Gavin. Who's Gavin? Gavin Newsom? Way to jinx us. I don't know. Maybe. You can buy your shovel without a license, and you don't need to register it here in the good old US of A. I mean, that is a thing. That is a thing. I don't think that'll help. She believes in the jab, climate change, and Orange Man bad. Shaking my head. Wild Saffron. Who's Wild Saffron? In America, you can open carry your shovel. Yeah, you can open carry your shovel in America. I got it. When Texas has a stroke, the governor's pen will drive down to get the ivermectin over and out. Thank you, Jelly, for the smelly. I appreciate that. Getting your medicine. I mean, you're saying you'll drive to pick up the ivermectin in Texas. I don't know that we're going to have that much trouble. Oh, I don't know about scared. Again, this is a whole like, you have a narrative. This is real life stuff. Yeah, real life stuff between people who doesn't concern you, and you've got a predisposed narrative, which is fine. It's just, again, this isn't really the place for that. So, And I would say, like, having put up with all of the bullshit that he has up until this point, if they've driven him that far, if true, then, like, seriously, like, fucking... Honestly, for all the, like, oh, leave him alone, blah, 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 this, that, the other, and we gotta get him, and we gotta punish him for his crimes. All of a sudden, if he wants to defend himself from a guy who has said remarkably sick things about children, which, I mean, he has 3 kids, I wouldn't blame him. So, I'll follow this up with, I don't know, it doesn't involve me, and I don't care. Sorry, Johnny, you're right. This isn't the place. Right, because again, like I said, don't know, doesn't involve me, don't care. I do know that if fucking Melton started, like, saying and doing half the shit about my kids that he has about any of the other kids he saw on the internet, I'd probably get an HRO on him, too. Like, I'd be like, hey, dude, I don't want this guy coming anywhere near my daughter. He's talked about using her as a cup holder. Like, why isn't the FBI looking into this man? That would be my question. This guy's sexualizing my daughter. Can we do something about that? I mean, it seems only fair. Anyways, Tim Walz took away private school security. Well, Red Fox mad. That's not a good thing for this. The only thing apparently that saved this school was the fact that the doors were locked. So it sounds like security might be a good idea. And more of this shit will drive people towards doing that. Anyways, moving on. Let's do something entirely different. Get off of school shooters and all of that horrible shit. Chat GPT is getting used every day, so naturally it has to be somehow tied to climate change. I'm excited to see how we put these two together. I'm going to guess they're going to say energy usage to run, like, the AI, to run the devices, the cooling towers, whatever. But I argue to you that regardless of what they're doing, that technology would exist doing something. Just because it's not running...
It requires a lot of...
I knew it. We're going to get there. It requires a lot of power. It requires a lot of energy. Right, but the systems producing those energies, and the systems using those energies would have been doing that either way. It's just because we have AI, they're doing it with AI. You can't say, yes, you can, of course, but let's find out how. And of course, it's this lady. I'd like to hear what your credentials are. I'm sure you're a lovely, intelligent lady who's gone to school and all those things. But tell me again how it's specific. I would like to know what trees the AI themselves are specifically burning, ma'am.
The cycle of AI requires a lot of energy, and the amounts of energy are truly phenomenal. The hyperscale data centers, like the ones that have a lot of AI running on them, can use as much energy as a town, essentially.
Right. And those hyperscale data centers would be up and running, consuming that much energy anyway. Again, they found a use for it with AI. If you didn't have AI, they'd have it another way to do it. I found a place where that is truly pathetic. I'm not going to bet on the outcome of something I don't know about. Here's a link above the funding being denied and taking away. For what? Oh, about the funding being denied and taken away for security? Okay. I don't know if we're covering that either. Oh, I got to put Prey X12's 5 in after the other contribution we've had here. That takes us down to $40 for tomorrow before we put our Rumble buyout in. So our goal for tomorrow, sinking like a stone. So awesome. AIB, is that what it is? AIB? I'm not sure. Or is that ALB? I don't know. Is that AL or AI? I can never tell with the capitalized. Plans during the long weekend. The long weekend's plans, making sure computer stuff is squared away, getting a short list of realtors to get on the phone with and kind of attack finding a place to live next week. And then packing up more stuff around here, I think. Because once I get enough stuff packed, then I got to either completely disassemble or, well, I probably should just completely disassemble the egg chair and get it ready to roll. And then I got to pack up the bedroom. And then that's everything. It sounds like not a lot, but good God, is it a lot of shit. And a fun factoid about me. I know nobody cares about me. It's only my show. I've been, remarkably, I would dare say at times almost suicidally depressed the last 2 years for various reasons. And it's led to me letting habits slide that I shouldn't. So cleaning up is always going to be more of a pain in the ass. Too many things I didn't do when I should have. I can get to Linden or Orville. What's Linden or Orville? Are we getting that hard? We're gonna steal Digger across the border. I'm fine with it. All right.
The data centers answering your AI questions are pulling a whole lot of electricity from local grids and a ton of...
Right, guys. So if you just stop using the AI, those data centers wouldn't pull any of that electricity, and that electricity wouldn't be used and generated. And so literally this changes nothing. Again, you have to fix those systems. What the systems are used for is you're operating under the assumption that those systems and those facilities and devices would not be used without AI. No. These things don't exist because of AI. These things existed, and so does AI. They exist in tandem. I was wanting a adventure. Oh, well, everybody wants an adventure.
Water to stay cool. And the computers inside are made from rare earth metals that have to be mined out of the ground. There's limited data
Right,
out
guys,
there.
they wouldn't have made these computers with these rare earth metals that have this massive computing power. They wouldn't have made those without AI. Oh, dear Lord. What about Ice Digger? Oh, Digger's fine with the cold. She's from Canada.
But some big AI companies have given us at least some indication of the resources their AI systems use. In its latest environmental report, Google said the electricity consumed by its data centers grew 27% in 2024 compared to the year prior, although it said emissions were falling thanks to investments in clean energy and making its technology more efficient.
Right. Again, it's only the clean energy that brings down the emissions. The emissions are falling. So the emissions are falling by, I'd say about, all right, so if you take the emissions out of the equation, the 27% increase drops by half. So that's just 1 year. But how do we know that it's specifically attributed? Because AI chatbots have been a thing since before 2023. So just 1 year, that growth, how do we know that's all chatbot? How do we know this is all chatbot?
OpenAI CEO Sam Altman has written that one ChatGPT query uses just about 0.34 watt-hours, about what a high-efficiency light bulb uses in a couple of minutes. But OpenAI also says that more than 2.5 billion messages are sent to ChatGPT daily. So if you do the math, every day ChatGPT is using enough energy to keep that light bulb running for more than 9,500 years.
All right, that's different though. Like the initial startup energy isn't the same as sustained energy. That's basic electricity. Like once activated and sustained, it takes less energy to it's the initial activation. So what are we going off of here? This seems like a really weird, and I knew this going in, seems like a really weird loop of just, it sounds good, and we put it all together, but now I have some very basic questions about how we're doing this. Brian the Science, I'm back. Am I wrong, Brian? You're a scientist. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when it comes to like electrical energy usage, activation and sustaining are two different things, right? Right? Normal data centers need water too, though. Yeah, that's my point. They told us that the energy consumption went up by 27% from 23 to 24, but they haven't proved how that's specifically due to the AI chatbots. They haven't proved that that's the AI chatbots. They just said it went up from that time. But AI chatbots existed before 2023. It wasn't like they just got here a minute ago. But it's all, again, it's all the evil uses. Well, here's the thing. Just fucking Tell people to stop using ChatGPT. All right. Anyways, Nordal data centers anymore too. If you want, I can do it that way. Anyways, in the data. What the hell? I am no longer reading those out loud. An object in motion stays in motion. Applies to electrical devices in two. Reason why light bulbs turning on and off burns them out faster. Exactly. So their whole light bulb analogy doesn't work because 0.34 watt hours is what's required to run your basic whatever light bulb for several minutes. Right, but its initial startup energy is a thing. And if that energy is being used and then more people are funneling in and using more energy, like it's still an astronomical number, and there is a point to being like, this uses a lot of energy, this consumes a lot of energy. True. But again, like the argument that it's the AI itself that's leading to... No, it's the technology that's using more energy, and if we didn't have AI to do it, we'd do something else. There would have been something else we created that would have been using that energy. People are not going to have those advantages and just leave them there. And it's like, oh, no, we needed the big evil AI to do it. All right, so here's a fun one to read just for fun. Coast Guard seizes enough cocaine in 2 months to kill an entire population in Florida. So let's go with this. Drug smuggling is getting out of hand, apparently. I don't know why. I guess since the government's locking down D.C., they thought they'd go for Florida like it'd be open. Over the last 2 months, 19 interceptions by the Coast Guard have captured 64,000 pounds of cocaine. Rear Admiral Adam Charmy, really? His name's Charmy? No, Chamey. Not Charmy, there's no R. Chamey, a Coast Guard of the Coast Guard Southeast District, said to put this into perspective, the potential 23 million lethal doses of cocaine seized by the U.S. Coast Guard and our partners are enough to fatally overdose the entire population of the state of Florida, underscoring the immense threat posed by transnational drug trafficking to our nation. All right, I've got a better idea. How about we don't use that to just, euthanize the entire population of Florida? How about we start using that to, I don't know, allow junkies to choose to OD? Honestly, we want to talk about some weird solutions to horrible problems we have. Not reading that, Saint Caesar, and shame on you. Even he. When it comes to the internet processing, the energy consumed is relevant to the amount of processing happening at the moment. I assume AI energy consumption is something in the operation of neon light. Okay. Nice, I'll bring as many emu eggs as I can carry. Cover your costs. What are we doing emu eggs for? What do you want emu eggs? It's a lifetime supply of yayo. Here's the thing. That's the way we can pitch it. I'm tired of I'm tired of they can sit on the street and rot. We're not going to arrest them. We're not going to penalize them. We're not going to lock them up. I'm tired of institutions being considered some sort of horrible thing. If they can't stop taking the drugs, they can't get into housing because they won't stop taking all that stuff, then why don't we just give them the option to just take one and go and be done with it? Don't force them. They entirely have the option to refuse. They know wholeheartedly and fully going in, it's a one shot and we're done. I have zero problem with that. And I think people would be surprised to find out how many of these people that are junkies on the streets are like, you know what? How about I get that one last fix and I check out? All right. See you later, homie. It's a better solution than what we have now. I don't think it's a good one, but it's a better one than what we have now. I got an idea. We unload the whole pile in Kensington and have King of the Coke Hill. You would see so much fighting in that area, but the most messed up, like wiry, bony, junky fights. Like, it'd be crazy going off for the crack rocks. But then if you unloaded it like a pile like that, then you'd have a bunch of like drug dealers who'd like seize it to sell it kind of thing. And they'll show up with guns and shit. I really don't think that'll actually work. I don't think that one will work. Again, I think like regulated, like go to a facility, like we'll find you a comfy chair, strap you down and let you do your last run. Like, cool. That's, in my opinion, that's the best solution we have available at the moment. I mean, other than that, other than saying, like, putting them in a facility and forcing them to be clean, like, they're not allowed to leave the facility until they stop taking drugs. And if they can't stop taking drugs, they're not allowed to leave the facility. Like, and people would be like, that's horrible. That's, you know, their rights and things as human beings. Like, okay, cool. But I don't like the whole, well, let's just let them sit there and do drugs on the street. That doesn't help anyone either. Guinness record for snorting the longest line. No! Let's not reward behavior. We're already rewarding enough bad behaviors with Guinness World Records as it is. Let's not make it worse. Please. For the love of Todd. We are going for another 2 hours. Thank you for being here. Again, tomorrow is going to be the fun torture myself for your amusement day. So I hope you enjoy all of that. Let's get back over to that so we can keep an eye on those things. We have the dashboard up to play stickers for you guys if you want, with money donated on Rumble and YouTube. So remember, when you throw money in on those channels now, you can ask for those things. If you have a favorite sticker you like to hear, it's 100 bits is $1. So pretty much all the stickers are 100 bits. There's a couple that are like 300 or whatever, but that's mostly like the hippo one. But we're not really going to fight that. Spiders turning fireflies into glowing traps. I want a video on this. Thank you, Nucleatic Gaming, for the slap of cheese. I should also say we haven't done the hype train. If we do a hype train on Rumble, we will do a Bean Boozled bean. We'll go back and forth between the box and the hot bag, and we'll do one of each mystery bean for each level of the hype train. And then I don't want to use them all up and not have any for tomorrow. Although I should have another box coming in the mail sometime in the near future. All right, where's this one? This is just a disgusting story, so we'll play this quick. I stand by what I said earlier about, like, my daughter. Like, you can make fun of me all goddamn day. There's more than enough video of the past couple years or the last, like, decade or so where you can pull up a publicly accessible video and you can call me lame, gay, fat, retarded, stupid, ugly, hung like a fucking midget. I don't know, shucking a mushroom for fun. I don't know what you want to come up with. But the point is, one person is off limits for me. That's my daughter. I always view children as like an innocent thing. It's been a thing before I had them, but I got some sort of weird switch that broke on me when I had a kid. And the more time I've spent with her, the more I've been of the people who fuck with kids should get the wood chipper treatment. And I mean this from shooters. I mean this from groomers. Fucking, if you are somehow out to corrupt, molest, or fuck with little innocent people, I desperately want you to meet a wood chipper face first. But why face first? Because it's creepier. I don't care if they're in pain the whole time. I want them to see it coming and go, fuck. Cheesehead, says Mr. Q. You and Aaron were making fun of kids yesterday. Were we making fun of kids? Were we talking about doing shit to them? Again, you're going to have to point out. Again, like, were we aiming to actually affect them, or were we commenting on a video? I'm not seeing the lines that we're drawing here. I guess you'd have to give me a clip and point out exactly where I'm being a hypocrite. Mud baby is pretty rough. I didn't call anybody a mud baby. Yeah, I'm with Brian. You're trying to do a thing, and I get it. Oh, but you talk. Yeah, I talked out my ass on the internet. There's a vast difference, and thank you for interrupting me before this. So what you're saying is that it's exactly the same. If someone makes a comment about videos on the internet, you're saying that's exactly the same as, say, a grandfather accused of drugging Dairy Queen blizzards given to his grandchildren. I don't view those as the same thing. And plus, I don't remember what the kid thing was from yesterday. That's the worst part. You can't pull me up on this like, oh, but this other time you talked about this thing. I don't keep these things all memorized. I believe you called them mongoloids. Again, I have your word for it. I don't even remember what we're talking about. And again, what fucking story were we talking? Yesterday, the big one was the kids getting attacked at the schools one. Yeah, I can't remember. The whole internet is just people talking shit. Right, like I said, if you're the part is where you're going after and doing shit to children. If I made a fucking comment about a video, which again I don't even believe I made, this is your claim, but let's operate on the assumption that you're saying everything exactly right. I don't view those as the same thing. I don't view making half-hearted joke comments on videos, because that's what I do en masse all day here. I don't view that as the same as drugging children. I'm actually kind of grossed out that you do. I'll be honest, Jelly for the Smelly. I've never had a, oh, you're cool or you're not cool vibe. That's got to be the first one to push in the not cool direction. You view someone talking out their ass who, if nobody hears it, it means absolutely nothing, the same as somebody drugging their children. And before someone draws a lot, I'm not talking about somebody you guys might think. No, I'm talking about James Yorkley. Yorkley? Dokley? He's charged with felony child abuse. After we get done with this stupid ad, how do I mute you? You know what? Fuck it. I'll just mute this. I'll mute this and we won't do that. There. Now I can click skip ad and go full screen. All right. And boom. Who said that? You did, when you said that you were trying to put me in a gotcha of me saying one thing is the same as what I was talking about. You said those are the same things. Well, the legs. Yeah, I agree with Brian. Functional adults understand. I'll just leave Jelly alone. I'm not going to fucking spend any more time on it. Oh. Who said that? You did. You said I was no different because I was. So that means if I'm no different, you're saying that these two things are no. I'm tired of trying to explain your gotcha to you. It didn't even work. Let it go. All right, so let's go to this. Again, this dude is deplorable. And grandchildren. I feel like we need a special punishment for people in your family because you're supposed to feel safe from those guys. No.
News: a grandfather is accused of trying to drug his two granddaughters. This happened on August 8th in Wilmington. Police say James Yorkley flagged down an officer claiming his granddaughters found pills in their ice cream from Dairy Queen. Police say they later saw video evidence of him putting the pills in the food. We're told neither of the girls ate the ice cream. Yorkley is the chair of the Surrey County Board of Elections.
All right, so wait a minute. Maybe he wasn't actually trying to drug his kids. He's just trying to make up a false lawsuit claim. Which, again, the fact that you'd go to this route, fucked up.
We reached out to the board, and they didn't know anything about this incident. He now faces a number of felony charges and is out of jail tonight on bond.
All right, so...
With the price of just about everything going up, we thought...
Fuck off, Ryan Reynolds. And fuck off on this news agency for literally shoving another story down my throat while I'm trying to do the grandfather drugging the kids. Now I think this guy was just trying to get a fucking lawsuit, and I still think he's gross and should be stopped. A man has been arrested charged for allegedly drugging Dairy Queen blizzards given to his 2 grandchildren. Do we have any more incident evidence to prove this is something other than a fake lawsuit setup? Told the officer his granddaughters found 2 pills in their ice cream that they bought from Dairy Queen. Oh, God, what if they found the pills and then he tried to pivot? Medical personnel examined the 2 girls and found they did not ingest the substance. Additionally, the WPD reports that the blue-pressed pills were tested in the field and were positive for MDMA and cocaine. According to Sarah Winsnett, the owner of the DQ in Oleander, Yoakley came in just as the store was closing on August 3rd to order blizzards for his granddaughters. There were only 4 staff members on duty at the time. They approached the establishment, requested security camera footage on August 8th. She mentioned she did not recognize Yoakley and his daughters and emphasized that none of her staff, or emphasized none of her staff would have done this. Thank goodness we had that video, said Wise Not. They claimed the video footage from Dairy Queen showed him that he had been there, and he was the one who put the 2 pills into the ice cream. Alrighty. Again, what happened after that, though? Sheriff of Surrey County, at this time of his arrest, North Carolina State Board of Elections sent the following statement. State Board of Elections and Surrey County Board of Elections are aware of the charges. I mean, yeah, dude, he's fucking fired. But no, I don't have the information I'm dying to know. Did the girls actually discover the pills? Cocaine and ecstasy. Those were the days, says Mr. Q. Brian the Science. Like, if I had a kid with severe schizophrenia who refused to take their meds, I would put it in their food to keep others safe. I mean, yeah. Maybe. But when you're not going to then turn around and blame the Dairy Q for trying to drug your children. I just feel like I have 2 concerns. One, I'm praying he was just trying to set up a false lawsuit, because then he's just a piece of shit. I'm also praying that the girls did not actually discover the pills, because that kind of guarantees number 1. If the girls discovered the pills, now all of a sudden it was like, well, he was just going to do this. He was just going to drug them, but they found out. Alrighty. Many idiots never got the memo. Everywhere in public is on camera. Be smarter with your crimes. I'm actually glad they're not. Wait, so he pooped in it? No, he put MDMA and ecstasy in it. Oh, boy. I don't know. Let's file that under okay. You get he put MDMA and ecstasy in. So he pooped in it? Oh, God, surviving day to day must be difficult for you. Okay, let's close that down. We can get to our second hour stories. We're almost done with the second hour time-wise, but we haven't gotten to any of the actual stories. We have, in an effort to talk about things that aren't school shootings and school shooters, we have several stories. We have the Israeli office saying that we have an update for those of you that remember the Israeli office. What was it? What was the Israeli official, not office. The Israeli official. There was an Israeli official that was caught in a sting and fled to Israel a couple of weeks ago. And it was insisted when that person fled to Israel, the public statement was from a judge. A public statement from a judge denied the lawyer's claim at the time that requested he stay here. The judge denied lawyers' claim that the Israeli official could skip arraignment for the child sex crime charges in Nevada. So we have a quick update on that story for you. What's the name of the guy that did this? Alexei Androvich. Alrighty. Alexandrovich, I don't know if that's his last name or both of his names. The senior Israeli official is still in Israel and has skipped out on the court hearing for his charges. In today's sorry, I'm having trouble following. That's fine. I understand. It's a you thing. That in the ongoing segment of we don't have extradition, so it doesn't matter what he's charged with. He gets to stay in Israel. Why are they our allies? I'm just saying. Why can't we just go, you know what? At best, they're a mild annoyance. At worst, they actively work against our country. I'm tired of being a subsidiary of Israel Corp. I really don't. Jeffrey Epstein, says Red Scooper. No, might as well be. Again, it's not a big story. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it or read it because, again, it's a whole bunch of we kind of expected this. But yeah, the guy was arrested in a sting in Nevada for attempting to have sex with a child. And he fled to Israel. Everybody said he would come back and face his hearing. He didn't. I mean, a lot of us thought that was kind of what was going to happen from the get-go. Oh, Johnny, I got a good joke for you. Who was the worst U.S. president of mine in your lifetime? Benjamin Netanyahu. I don't know, because that's not a joke, I guess. Like, there's too much of it that's true to be a joke, and he never ran for president, so Benjamin Netanyahu. Like, I mean, you're spitting some facts, sir. Sadly, ironic facts, but it's not really, I think, a joke at this point. But hey, cool, thank you. And I don't know, and difference of opinion, sir. What do you want from me? We have an hour and 45 left in the program. I'm kind of burnt out on the whole like Israel thing. I'm realizing as I'm doing this story. I just I've had it. I don't, and I've always said there were no good guys in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict because the militant parts on the other side weren't any better. But I've had it with the history that we've had with this country and how it's affected our country, and we can't just simply change our affiliation. Like, we're supposed to believe that Russia's our competitor. I am your competitor, and yet we can't treat them that way. Maybe something like which POTUS is most kosher. Now people are trying to fix Mr. Q's joke. Owner of America, Benjamin Netanyahu. I wouldn't even put it that way because that would imply that it's like his choice. I would say Benjamin Netanyahu's a cog in the machine on that side. So I still like my, what is it? A USA Co., a wholly owned subsidiary of Israel Corp. Need to finish that shirt. Anyways, thank you for being part of the show. We haven't had a hype train, so we still have the ability to do that. We've got our second hour stories to finish up. There's still quite a few of those to get through, and then we have our third hour stuff. With only an hour and 45 left in the program, should be able to do all of it. Digger, obviously not here today. She hasn't been in the chat for a while. I thought Floridians built a tolerance because of their laced water. Oh, yeah, no, the Florida can handle more cocaine than the average bear. In fact, that's where they made Cocaine Bear, was in Florida. It's just a different breed. Just from birth, they have the tolerance to handle more cocaine than any other individual. Why, I saw a Florida native just literally squat out a quasi-Cuban baby, which was a mix of those two. He flew across the room into a literal pyramid of raw powder, came out and just said, "Say hello to my little friend." All right, that's pretty much it. Israel LLC. I don't like that. I use LLC. Atomic Ray. Thank you for noticing, but I've been trying to deliberately avoid slapping LLC on that. Maybe I should. I don't know. But I am going to make that shirt. I am going to make the USA Corp or USA Co. Israel LLC thing. And I have to get that and the Hitler. I won't have those ready for tomorrow. Those will be ready for next week. That's one of the big things for this weekend, the long weekend. I want to have the 3 new shirts available for people. I just dropped a bunch of weed. I didn't mean to hit that button. I just needed to pick up a nugget of compressed ground herb, and thank God for sticky weed. Yeah, we could save it all. All right, there we go. Ah, I have no core. God, I want my body back. I can't wait for fucking next Friday. I'm here, says Digger. Yay! Hey, welcome back. She'll be here tomorrow, too. I assumed you're... Hey, update on how are things with you tonight? You said you didn't know if you'd be able to stream tonight. Spoiler alert, she didn't know if she'd be able to stream tonight. Do you have any updates on that? I'd like to be able to break that news. Breaking news. They do act with limited liability. Oh, dude, they act with no liability. What are you talking about? Well, I suppose that is limited. Fair enough. Point set match. That is limited. All right, so we're going for another hour and 45. I'm waiting to hear on how Digger's doing and her dropping buds. Damn drug abuser. No, you know what it is, Mr. Q? It's my left hand isn't working as well as it used to. It's having a lot of problems. I'm very excited for the ivermectin thing and the hopes that I'll be getting my hand and my legs restored somewhat. The whole internet. Yep, we got that. Yeah, no stream today. I'm waiting on the plumber's return. All right, so you've heard it here first. No stream today from Digger tonight with Chatting with Chat. I am deeply disappointed, but I will be available after my show. I have to hang out with my daughter after my show, and then we can hang out. All right, so this is a study that should surprise a whole lot of nobody, but in a recent study released, this one, I'm getting it from the National Post for this, a landmark study says meat may protect you from cancer. So you can tell me cow farts are going to destroy society, but I'm telling you, I ain't getting cancer. Now get me a steak. So yeah, I'm getting I'm all for this, and I'm very excited about this as a carnivore. I'm glad that we have stuff that's reinforcing my beliefs. For years, we've all been told that meat is unhealthy and that meat will give you cancer. Well, they did a study in the form of a major study out of McMaster University. McMaster University says eating meat will not lead to a higher risk of death, and it may even offer protective benefits against cancer. So, according to Science Daily, eating animal-sourced protein food is not linked to a higher risk of death and may even offer protective benefits against cancer-related mortality, new research study finds. It's imperative that our analysis be used to the most rigorous possible. Gold standard methods to access usual intake and mortality risk. These methods allowed us to account for fluctuations in daily protein intake and provide a more accurate picture of long-term eating habits, says Professor Stuart Phillips, the person who produced the study. The survey determined that no associations between total protein, animal protein, or plant protein and a risk of death from any cause, cardiovascular disease or cancer, leading to researchers to conclude that the plant protein has a minimal impact on cancer mortality, while meat may actually offer a small protective benefit. So again, it's not going to save you, but it certainly ain't going to kill you. I'm going to have a burger this summer or this weekend just to fight cancer. Bummer, says Mr. Q on the no stream. Yeah, it's a bummer, but well, you know, she'll be back tomorrow as well. She'll be on this program tomorrow. We'll all hang out and have a good time. All right, I've got the let's do this. We've got the apparently there's fighting on the tennis court about racism. I don't know if I want to bother with that one. We'll save it. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Love cows. I'll say this. People have been eating meat. Like, cavemen were omnivores. All right? But, like, if they got meat, they ate meat. If they got vegetables, they ate vegetables. Fruits, they ate fruits. They were opportunists. So the idea that the meat would be a problem, I feel like it would have reared its head way before now. And humans would have naturally steered away from meat. Like the people who don't eat or don't want to eat meat as much would live longer, reproduce more, and establish better, healthier, long-living societies before those that were carnivorous. And human society would have just naturally evolved that way. The fact that we've always been pro-meat means meat gets the job done. You know what I mean? I don't see it being an issue. And now that we have the final piece of the puzzle of these studies, you go, look, it's not going to increase your cancer risk. So at best, you're telling me it has no effect. That's like the ivermectin thing. At best, you're telling me it has no effect. Then we're totally doing this. You're saying at best it has no effect. I will have a steak. Thank you. I should have a steak for dinner tonight. I don't actually have steak. I have a steak medallion. So I'd be like that and a pot of macaroni and cheese. You know what? Fuck it. Sounds like a meal. Let's do it. Alrighty. Beef is what's for dinner. Love cows. The only problem is that I am poor and beef costs too goddamn much. Return trip? Yeah, I have imitation beef. I've been eating hot dogs. It's all about balance, says Red Scooper. But isn't there also an element of your personal digestive setup? Like we're all individual special fucking snowflakes. I'm having ribs. Stop. God damn it. I did it to myself. It's almost 3 o'clock. I've got an hour and a half left in the show. I did it to myself yet a fucking again. I'm making myself hungry for the last hour and a half of the show. And we can't do that. We cannot make me hungry for the last hour and a half of the show. The only thing I have in front of me are these stupid Bean Boozled jelly beans. I'll try those at the end of the show, but I don't want to do it beforehand just out of sheer hunger. I'll hate myself. All right, we have an hour and a half left in the program. So for those of you who don't follow tennis because, like me, you think it's lame and gay, you may not have known this, but African Americans have been big in tennis for a while. Apparently, one of America's newest up-and-comers in tennis is an African American lady named Taylor Townsend. And, well, she took a courtside video got captured of the two having a tense exchange because the American star rolled to a 7-5, 6-1 victory in the second round of the U.S. Open. And then what happened? Taylor Townsend wasn't having it. All right, so Ostenko confronted Townsend and yelled at her. All right, fuck you. I know what she screamed when she beat her. She let out a roar. She let out a roar after crushing this chick. Like she beat her 7-5 and 6-1, and it was just like, roar! Like yeah, like really celebrating it. And then this lady told her she's undereducated and has no class. They're not putting that part in the video, obviously. She's undereducated and has no class. So several people were asking the tennis player. It's a competition. People get upset when they lose, Townsend told ESPN on the court after the match. Some people say bad things. She told me I have no class, no education, and to see what happens when we get outside the U.S. I'm looking forward to it. I beat her in Canada, so let's see what else she has to say. I mean, no offense. She's not saying anything that, like, the Democratic Party doesn't say. Like, the left in this country consistently teach that due to racism, you guys have no class, no education. You can't even get fucking driver's licenses and IDs. Like, you guys are incapable of doing anything without daddy government holding your hand. I mean, I really feel it's weird. You want to be like, look, these are misnomers that people say about us. Like, no. It's a political party that pushes this shit. Like, I'm eating prawn cocktail flavored crisps right now. Why are you bringing that up? I don't want to be hungry. Novak Djokovic controversy. Don't know what that is. Pet your damn cat, says Bro Cephas. He doesn't want to be pet. He just wants attention. That's why he's yelling. Al, do you want to get pet? Come here. They'd love to see. Why are you leaving? Why are you leaving? See, he's leaving already. He came down yelling for treats. And then he's like, oh, no treats? Fuck off. Carlos Ramirez saying, yo, no digger. Well, tomorrow's show, Friday's show, is very digger may or may not attend kind of thing, normally. And since tomorrow is a big celebration day where we do the Go F Me show thing, she's going to be there for sure. So since that's the thing, she's doing stuff today, and she had some other stuff going on, so she's not even streaming herself today. So getting some personal life issues sorted and solved is what she's doing. At Bud Britches, good to see you. And when is dinner? What? Oh, fuck. What did Bud Britches say? I just picked up $400 of ribeye. I'm hungry as hell now. 3 dozen Toll House cookies out of the oven. I'm going to get lucky tonight. Wait a minute. So you get boned based on how many Toll House cookies you make? Is that like a rule for everybody? Because, like, did you name your cats after Helsing? Totally did, Bocephus. We named Alucard after Alucard because he was bitey. So we're like, he's a biter. He was always very, very bitey. He's still very, very bitey. He's a feral rescue. He was bitey. I named him Alucard. My other cat, who's younger than him and kind of like treats him like a throw blanket, has an unlimited amount of can abuse him, is the one we chose to name Integra. One of my Dexters is named R.I.P. LOL. Interesting. I always feel like if you name them, it kind of gives like a power over the cats, and that was a good choice. A teacher canceled class because Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are getting engaged. I don't care. After Rip Van Winkle. Oh! Rip Van Winkle. Did not know that. Dexter is a type of cat? I always thought that was a guy in a show. Teacher. Yeah, again, I don't care if someone canceled their... Who cares that a teacher canceled their class because of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift? I don't care. Just like, I love that. Well, actually, I don't love that. So that's a saying I use too much. I was like, Saint Caesar, like, you really, 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 and I keep saying this, and I can't stress enough, you really need to stop just jumping in with a left field thing that we're not talking about. Going, hey, I have this, and I have the video if you want it. Like, did I ask for videos? Did I say we ran out of content? Were we talking about Travis Kelce or Taylor Swift? Just fucking, like, you realize the reason this sound drop exists, and this isn't a good thing, is because of you. All right. Anyways, let's close this. Close that. Oh my God, this one I wanted to talk about with Digger, but I don't think we're going to get to talk about it. Please tell me that this one's a video. You do breaking news, but you don't put it in a video. Let's see if we can get a video of it. If we go here. That's not going to do it. Let's do... that was the wrong thing to close. All right, let's do this and go... California. What was... California... Rep... No, why? Damn it, I can't type. Rep split state. split state videos. Let's get a video. Video. Bam.
A Republican law.
All right. So, Digger 2 Friday afternoon. Yeah, Digger's in the chat. Digger's here in the chat. So they did the whole redistricting thing in Texas. And then as a response to that, California, like, you know what? We're going to redistrict. So they redistricted California. The Republicans in California and the conservative parts of California that are tired of being steered around by the nose by the left-leaning Democratic urban city centers that they're not technically a part of in a way, they came up with an idea. I'm actually all for this. Like, then everybody should be happy, right? Like, everybody should be happy.
Lawmaker wants to turn California into 2 separate states. Assembly Minority Leader James Gallagher introduced legislation to get the process started. ABC's Becca Habegger spoke with him just today and joins us live in studio.
Yeah, Alex, this is in response to Democrats' effort to redraw California's congressional maps in favor of Democrats. State Republicans have been vocal in their opposition to the plan over the last several weeks. Leader Gallagher says throughout the state, Republicans feel unheard and underrepresented.
Please do this. It is. Let me tell you, as someone who's having it happen on a much smaller scale, that's the way it is in this state, too. It's a much smaller state, but literally the heavy populated areas over here rely on these places for money, funding, and support. And they want these places to go with them down their fucking nightmare fuel plans and make their bad policies everybody's problem. I would like this to be a thing. I think we should separate all of these super urban centers that literally like steer the let's make all the rural places their own place and all the city centers their own. We can't get along, so let's just fucking draw our own sides of the line. We'll all get on our side of the fence, and we can all play the not in my backyard game.
He wants to split the state in 2.
You know what? We want our own state.
This is the state.
And this isn't the first time that this has happened. On the West Coast in particular, we've had, what was it, Seattle wanting to become part of Idaho? We have traditionally, like, the urban areas going, no, we have all these policies that we love. We have all these things we want to enact, so we want to use your tax money to do them. And then the other places go, but we're not okay with that. Yeah, but we have more people that get a say than you do. So deal with it.
State split. Assembly Minority Leader James Gallagher.
In other news, Israel is now condemning California and their proposal of a 2-state solution. Netanyahu has gone on the record as saying, I don't think a 2-state solution will work. I think really we just need to make all of it Israel. We gladly give Minnesota to Canada. Dude, I'm not against that plan. Wild Saffron, LMFAO. 2-state solution. Where have they tried that before? Right? 2-state solution. It'll totally work. I love this. I can't wait to hear about how Israel feels about the 2-state solution. We have to, and we should be asking Israel how they feel about California's 2-state solution. After all, we ask people in elections in New York over whether or not they support Israel, and I feel like that doesn't really matter. Like, if you're a governor or a mayor of New York, your support for Israel should be moot. Shouldn't even be a question. In fact, it seems weird, almost like paying a tithe to have to support Israel as a state representative. That seems weird.
Proposing. At a news conference Wednesday morning, he said Republican voters are fed up with the state's Democratic supermajority.
And those forgotten people, mostly...
Right. And this is the fun part with all of these. Like, the Democratic... like, people that are fed up with the conservative supermajority, it's always when you go to majority conservative areas. Like, it's those areas. So you have these little pockets of Democrats fed up with conservative supermajorities. But when you get to these, you have huge swaths, huge tracts of land fed up with the liberal supermajority. And that's the way it is in Minnesota. If you did a picture of Minnesota this same way, where they isolated the the supermajority of the Democrats and the liberals, it would be in Rochester areas. It would be in the Twin Cities areas. It'd be in those city center hubs. The rest of the state would be on the other side of the fence. And the best they have is like, what was it? Like Austin in Texas. You guys had one city in that area. And you've been importing people from California the whole time because California's been eating a pile of shit.
Inland counties of this state, they have no voice.
Republicans' representation is further threatened, he said, by the prospect of redrawn congressional districts, which voters will approve or reject in a special election on November 4th. California Democrats redrew the proposed maps with the goal of flipping 5 Republican-held seats Democratic to counter Texas's plan to do the exact opposite.
Their representation could be completely stripped by the Gavin-Mander proposal, Prop 50, that's been put on the ballot.
In response to Gallagher's 2-state proposal, a spokesperson for Governor Gavin Newsom's office told ABC 10 in a statement, a person who seeks to split California does not deserve to hold office in the Golden State. This is a stunt that will go nowhere.
All right, so what if a person holding office in the Golden State just consistently fucks over everybody for the sake of just still being in office? I don't have, like, well, should never hold a seat. Well, neither should Gavin Newsom, but you guys let him be in charge. I want this to happen. I want these states to split, and I want these liberal places to become even less sustained and supported. Because if we do this, you will see that these policies and practices aren't working because they can't. So, and if I'm wrong, I'll be able to see that. I'll be able to see that I'm wrong, that these entirely liberal areas are sustaining themselves and surviving on their own.
And Nick Miller, spokesperson for Democratic Assembly Speaker Robert Rivas, told ABC 10 in a statement, Assembly Republicans say they oppose gerrymandering, but just drew this joke of a map, a true James Gallamander. I asked...
They oppose gerrymandering? No, they don't. You guys both are all for gerrymandering if it lets you take out your opponents. That's why a QM1 who seemed to know everything told me that we are staying with 50 states because it makes a nice flag. I'd be able to believe that, but then fuck it. We make what? 55? What, do we need 60? Do we need a round number? We can break a couple more states up. The state of Minnesota is like larger than the country of England, if I'm not mistaken. All right, I'm probably wrong about that. That's got to be wrong. Either way, our states are huge, bigger than a lot of countries in a lot of places. I feel like we can cut that number down. We can do something about that. And we should. God damn it. All right, so who's Chris Michelli? I thought we were done. We're apparently not done with this. Chris Michelli, what is adjunct professor of law, Chris Michelli. Let's hear what you have to say, buddy.
Chris McKaylee, adjunct professor at the University of the Pacific's McGeorge School of Law, what it would take to split the state in two like this.
That proposal would require first the consent of the California legislature, both houses passing a joint resolution.
Okay,
and
so then,
ultimately,
parts of Northern California and...
I meant to... So then, yeah, you're not getting that.
They oppose gerrymandering,
you're not getting
but
that.
Just drew this joke of a map, a true James Gallamander. I asked Chris McKaylee, adjunct professor with the University of the Pacific's McGeorge School of Law, what it would take to split the state in two like this.
That proposal
a really big
would
axe.
require first the consent of the California legislature, both houses passing a joint resolution, and then ultimately an act of the Congress. Both the U.S. House and Senate would have to approve that before it could take effect.
That process is laid out in the U.S. Constitution, he said. But with a Democratic supermajority elected in California, is Gallagher's plan even feasible?
It's unlikely that the legislature, controlled clearly by Democrats in both houses, are likely to hear such a measure.
Right. So in other words, MSO, it's Johnny-mandering. Jellyfish Mike, Minnesota. What's that? Like a tiny Coca-Cola or something? No, it's a state. Are you not from the country, Jelly? It's a state in this country. It's like the northernmost one. Minnesota North Stars is a thing. It's had a lot of teams that have done well, the Vikings and things like that. MC George. Oh, it's been the central hub of the Summer of Love, and I guess we could call this year the what we call it, the autumn of assaults. I think we could go with that. We've had 2 school shootings. That's the other part about the whole school shooting thing that I haven't had answered yet. Do we know at all, yay or nay, whether or not the guy from Wednesday was also the guy from Tuesday? I want to know. I want to know. So we really need to figure that out. All right, teacher canceled. Yeah, good. All right, let's let this guy finish.
Alone actually pass it and pass it on to the Congress.
But something like this isn't necessarily new. According to the California State Library, over the course of the state's history, there have been more than 200 attempts to split up the state in some way, shape, or form.
I'm actually for it, like, regardless of whether or not it's the whole we have to have 50. I'm actually for them splitting up the state, just because I think California's way, way, way too fucking big. As a state, it's too goddamn large. Land-wise, yes. Population, no. Wyoming is the lowest density state, way bigger than England. All right, well, I was going with land-wise, not population. I was going strictly on land. And that's why I'm saying we don't need states to be as large as they are. They're just so big. You're so big. Have to use a globe, not a map. Even flat earthers don't recognize the west to east map makes Greenland bigger than Alaska. Is Greenland bigger than Alaska? See, now you're getting rusty grammar. You're getting over my skis. I don't know if Greenland is bigger than Alaska. Hell, people argue whether or not I knew that islands were anchored. So we're really getting over my intelligence level.
You might be familiar with one called the State of Jefferson, where parts of Northern California and Southern Oregon worked to form a new state. Periodic efforts spanned the mid-1800s and got serious in the fall of 1941.
But for the outbreak of World War II, that movement was actually on its way to, coming to fruition.
Asked if he has a name for the second state, Gallagher said, no, the name and exact boundaries are up for discussion at this
What about
point.
the state of Jefferson?
Now, if the phrase Gallagher is using to describe his proposal, two-state solution, stands out to you, Gallagher was asked about it. That phrase is commonly used to describe a possible solution to the long...
I'll ask this. What about the phrase sledge-o-matic? Why wasn't that used? We can break up the state with sledge... I feel like Gallagher should really aim for the sledge-o-matic. Come on, it's funny. It's funny. The sledge... No, it isn't. Alaska is almost as big as Europe. Like all of it? That's the other thing. Do we really need Alaska? I'll say this. Let's just add Canada to the U.S. and then let's just make all these new states. We could be closer to 100. Roughly the size of the continental western U.S. Damn. So Alaska's a biggin. Mr. Q, from the Colorado River to the sea, let California be free. Oh, no. Greenland is bigger, says R.I. God. All right, so Greenland is bigger. There we go. Greenland is bigger. It's supposed to be. That'll be the new thing now. Johnny doesn't know how big Greenland is. Who cares? Does it matter? Is Greenland's fucking ego hurt because I don't know its size? Ooh. I don't know the size of every guy that has a dick that I hang out with. It doesn't mean that they should be affected by that. Johnny doesn't realize you have a small cock. Oh, well, now I can't. You know what? I can live without it. I don't need to know. Don't need that information. You're all shucking mushrooms as far as I'm concerned. All right. Yeah, Mr. Q, that is pretty funny. We have some animal stories and stuff to get into too. We have like about an hour left in the show, a little more than. So let's clear that one up. The California Republicans trying to split the state. Oh my God, that is funny. All right. Oh dear Lord, how many of these tabs did I open? Okay. So I don't know how people feel about this one. This is kind of like it's our last second hour story. It's our last serious thing that we're covering today. I said this before. I don't like the National Guard being called into D.C. I don't like them being called into Chicago or any other area they will be. But I understand why it's happening. I blame, again, people on the left for leaving that door open. But this is I view this as another thing. I could be wrong. But Secretary Duffy from the U.S. Department of Transportation has announced that they are going to take Union Station back under U.S. Department of Transportation control to, again, make the place safer. Let's go to this. Now, Amtrak's had control of it up until now. I view, again, this is fine, I'm sure, in and of itself. As a singular thing, this is fine. But when we start normalizing the government coming in and taking control of everything, whether they had it before or not, I don't like the precedents that sets. I don't trust this government to come in and take control of everything. I certainly don't know what government's going to be here in 2 or 4 years, whether or not I trust that to do any of it.
Union Station back under DOT control. Not a power play, we've always had it, but we think that we can manage the property better, bring in more tenants, bring in more revenue, and that revenue is going to allow us to make investments in this beautiful building. It needs investments. It's been, I think, neglected for decades.
Oh, fuck you. No offense. I don't trust that the government's going to take control of anything, bring in revenue, and then put it where it's supposed to go. If you wanted to convince me that was a real thing, you'd audit the goddamn military.
On its age. And again, we want to make this place beautiful and the premier train station, not just in America, but the premier train station in the world.
So, okay, guys, we're going to take the train station back. It's going to be the nicest train station that ever existed. But what if you don't go to Grand Central Station ever? What does that do for the rest of us? Or no, not Grand Central, Union Station. I don't know, man. And after all the trouble we've had with, aircraft, I don't know if I want to give somebody control of the train station. Ooh, do we have another clip on him talking about how they're going to make it beautiful and better? Does this one have better audio? That last clip sucked. All right, this one does have better audio. All right, cool. We'll do this one. Here we go. We're doing the show for another hour, so thank you for being here. We have our goal down pretty low to Monday. We still have to do we're going to try some of these Bean Boozled jelly beans. We'll try 2 regular ones and 1 hot one right at the end of the show here. Unless we do a hype train, we'll move it up for that. But otherwise, at the end of the show here. So we got about, 45 minutes before we do that? Give or take?
What can people expect the changes to be?
So first off, DOT owns Union Station, and we've had a lot of partners that we've subleased to or we've leased to. We're going to take it back, and we're going to drive out the homelessness. We're going to drive out the crime, and we are going to, I think, bring in more retailers. I think more.
Mr. Q, put some autistic kid in charge of the trains, and I guarantee you they'll run better than they did under Hitler. Well, maybe he was an autistic kid. Alaska is 30% smaller than Greenland, but 80% of it is covered in ice and uninhabitable. Therefore, Alaska is far beyond larger. Which ones? 80% of Greenland is covered in ice and uninhabitable? Okay, I get what you're saying now.
Customers, it'll be better revenue. And again, this is our capital city. It should be beautiful. Yeah. And the president wants a beautiful capital. I want a beautiful capital. And so this plan is going to make Union Station represent the president's vision of what America can and should look like.
Well, Secretary Duffy,
What are you going to do? Rename it North Arctica? I don't know. We could. It's not the worst idea I've heard, Rusty Grammar.
What?
Oh, that's it. So, yeah, they're going to take over Union Station to get rid of crime and everything else. But the problem I have with this is if we keep saying the solution to crime, this is way worse, in my opinion, than going, oh, well, we need more police officers. This is way worse than that. So the people that are like, hey, I don't like pushing the narrative that we need more police officers. Well, do you like pushing the narrative that we need the government to come in and lock people down? Because that's where they're trying to get to. And we're leaving the door open for them. I don't like it. It's not good. It's a problem for us. It's a problem for people moving forward. It will not go well. We did all of that. What is this one? Oh, this is the one that I meant to do. All right, so I've got one video left from the second hour, and then we've got all of our third hour stuff. Our third hour stuff is not serious at all. It's a car wash that found a snake in Austin, Texas. A woman that, or not a woman, elderly women. 2 elderly women had to be rescued from a hot tub. We have a man who found a tumor the size of a chicken egg in his scrotum. I don't even know what that one is. Then we have a Twitter story. Which one is that? Let's load these up too. Any of these we don't get through, we will use tomorrow. Again, we've got about an hour left in the program. Got a story about a snapping turtle. We got corgi dogs racing in Lithuania for a fun, just animal video we can use to play out the show. I didn't link the PayPal, Venmo, Streamlabs stuff. I'm not going to bother at this point in the show. There's no point. It's so late. But I will check to make sure we didn't miss anybody that sent in money. Let's go to that. Boop. I don't think we've missed anybody, but we want to make sure. So just pull those two up, and we're good. Perfect. So that was that was yesterday. All right, we're good. Do y'all miss me? It's okay. I'm here now, says Lexi. Hey, Lexi, you made it in perfect time. We've gotten through all of the serious shit. We've gotten through all the serious shit. If we start a hype train on Twitch, I'll pop the Bean Boozled beans. We've got the Bean Boozled jelly beans for tomorrow. Now, I'll try one of these, the Fiery 5 Challenge. These are super duper spicy. And then I'll try 2 of these. These are the regular goofy bean flavors, and we'll try them and see what we have. I'll read out the variety of stuff. We're doing that in about a half hour or so. We'll do that just in general. That's kind of how we're going to do the ending half hour of the show. We'll play around with those. But in the lead up to it, anytime we hit a hype train, we'll just start fucking around with that shit, just because it'll be more fun than doing stories during a hype train. So we've got most of our stuff talked about, all the serious stuff out of the way. From here on out, it's complete bullshit. So let's go to this one. I have seen a lot of shit. I have never seen somebody like it, and this is very much an America thing. I've never seen somebody who has the confidence to go criticize other people for what they order at McDonald's. I know I said, if you're gonna mess with children, I don't have a whole lot of respect for you and stuff. But in this case, if you're gonna order a Happy Meal, I feel like that's between you and God. If you want to order a Happy Meal, spicy is too easy. Gotta at least try. Oh no! You don't understand, Carlos Ramirez. Let me clarify that. Almost home. Country roads to the place I belong. South of Nimrod, west of Waterloo. All right, good for you. No, we're gonna do one of the spicy ones and 2 of these. So we're doing 3. We're doing 3 for the taste test. We're gonna do an odd flavored one, a spicy one, and then another odd flavored one. That's the plan. I don't want to do all the spicy ones because there's only 5 flavors of the spicy ones. And if I know what's coming, if I try all of them, then I'm going to know them just off of putting them in my mouth, and kind of kills it. So we're that's not a Happy Meal. That girl's a double Whopper. No. This lady's pissed off that a guy got a Happy Meal. Here's where I've watched this video, so I'm going to say for the first 30 seconds of it that I've seen, I am actually on the video taker's side right now. One, if I'm eating and anything resembling this comes up to critique my eating habits, my immediate response is, look in a fucking mirror, don't tell me how to do my life. That's my response overall. Two, this guy makes a very, very, very good point at the beginning of this, and I feel like a lot of people don't realize, and this is something we need to do in this country. America does not enforce well, just eat a little if you're only a little hungry. We're very, very big on the eat a big portion, eat a big full meal. Get the value meal with the supersized fries. You fucking supersize me, daddy. All that shit. No, that is not April, MSO. Don't say, damn, April really let herself go. That is clearly not April. Those nostrils are fucking tiny. I don't feel good about that joke. Let's be clear. I don't feel good about it, but it was funny. Anyway, so let's go ahead and hit this. Lexi. Yeah, Lexi's here. Digger's here. Everybody's here. Be here or you're... I don't know. Anyways, let's hit play on this video. We're going to go for another hour. We are going to bust out a couple of these jelly beans towards the last half hour, and I'll see what kind of shit show I'm in for tomorrow. Again, tomorrow is the big GoFundMe day. We're going to have 2 new stickers dropping tomorrow. We're going to have all of the torture shit that we've got going. I'm going to mix bananas and tuna together. I'm not doing that. I'll mix them live on the air and eat it. If it drops, we'll do that. 5 head checks out, says Carlos Ramirez. Look, multiple things could be true, but it doesn't make... She moved to Florida that fast? Really let herself go. She gave up the heroin, but she put down the spoon. No, that joke doesn't apply here. That was never a thing.
What do you think you're doing? It's none of your business. I'm eating my lunch.
That's a Happy Meal.
Yeah, I'm not very happy now, thank you. What's your point?
Why are you getting a kid's meal?
Why the fuck are you wearing a Camp Florida hoodie? You're not from Florida. You're British. Why are you getting a kid's meal? This is the question. This question that she just asked, why are you getting a kid's meal, is the entire reason. Phone out, because again, we all have to record everything. Phone out, you're criticizing and questioning this person who, by all accounts, was just minding his own fucking business.
It's the cheapest thing on the menu, but it's not really any of your business, is it? I'm trying.
So, okay. It's the cheapest thing on the menu. So he's shopping for his lunch very frugally. I have yet to see how we have a... Does the hooded sweatshirt say camp food? No, it says... Oh, wait. Shit. God damn it, you might be right. I can't be sure. Now I want to know, does it say camp food?
Sorry, where are your children?
You don't, again, it's not a, ma'am, this is a common misconception. You don't need to have kids to have a Happy Meal. You can simply choose that that's the portions you want, or B, you're really after the toy. There is a group of C that go for both. Those people aren't trustable. Look, if you're after a toy, you're some sort of weird toy collector, I can kind of let that slide. But if you're like, no, I like small portions in the toys, now I'm like, both though. Go to Walmart, get some cow tripe in a can. Eat that. What's cow tripe? Sometimes you can get the Happy Meal for free from the app. Sometimes. Fuck yeah. Actually, yeah, that is something I keep hearing. I need to get the McDonald's app to order food off the app. Apparently, ordering off the app is the way to go. I need to start doing that.
Who said this is for children? It's a Happy Meal.
I just, this man has just come in and bought a Happy Meal.
This man has just come in and bought a Happy Meal. You fat cow, that's allowed. Just because he doesn't need a triple-decker burger with 2 extra sides of supersized fries and a milk trough milkshake. Camp Fort, Florida. Camp Fort. Damn it. Damn it. We were so close to food. Shit.
And what's wrong with that?
But where have you put the kids?
What do you mean where have I put the kids? It's for me.
Where's your...
Where's your car? Again, what the fuck is with this lady? He's allowed to decide he doesn't want to be. I guarantee you, she's pissed off about this because he's eating McDonald's and he's also a string bean and she doesn't understand how the fuck he pulls that off because she gets, you know, fucking supersized fucking bacon double triple cheeseburger. Tripe is stomach, I think. Ew.
What kind of question is this? Why are you asking me a million questions? So what have I done to you? What have I actually done to you?
Look, listen, yeah, I just find it limits the suspicious that you've gone into McDonald's and had a happy meal and don't have kids.
I just thought it's gone to... Believe me, you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to go into McDonald's. You're allowed to order a Happy Meal. It's not like you have to be this young to eat a Happy Meal, okay? What if he wanted the fucking apple fries, okay? He's allowed to order a Happy Meal. That guy sounds like a black Brit. Let's see. I wish we could. Flip the camera around, homie.
Find it suspicious that I've gone to McDonald's to buy a Happy Meal.
Yeah.
And I don't have a kid. How is that any of your business?
You don't read the papers.
What papers? Who reads the papers? It's 2024.
Okay, do you not read the papers online?
Okay, but what? You can't not read online.
These people go to like weird islands for these kids.
What the fuck? These people go to the weird island with the kids. The guy bought a burger and fries, you crazy lady. Even if this was your concern, I feel like him pulling up a chair outside the restaurant to enjoy his Happy Meal should have assuaged those concerns. But thank God we've got Inspector Fatted on the case. Oh, wait. No, Fatso. Let's go with that. It's not as good for the jingle, though. Ba-da-da-da-da. Inspector Fatso. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Whoa! Ma'am, have you heard all these stories about fat cunts like you that go on elevators and they break? Maybe you should eat a few more Happy Meals with the apple slices.
You're talking about Epstein's Island?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh my God. No, you can't be this dumb. So let me get this straight. Because Epstein had an island and children were essayed on that island, according to you, this guy's not allowed to order a Happy Meal. Oh, MSL pointing out, it's a floating island, Johnny. I would like to, I would like to say a message to Digger, and for sincerity, I'm going to put these up for a minute. And yeah, I know it makes me look stupid if I take them up after I've been wearing them for a while because of this little, what do you want from me? Digger? I would just like to say, I think the world of you. And I just want to thank you that now for the rest of my life, everyone is going to assume I didn't realize islands don't float. Thanks a lot. Right, Digger? Yeah, dude. Maybe he wants the apple slices, get this woman a feed bag. But that's the kind of the point, man. Like, I feel like this lady should be taking this guy's cue here. You should be maybe ordering the Happy Meal, cutting down on the fast food intake, because it's clearly not helped you. And okay, so you're worried that this guy might be some sort of a groomer. Noble cause. But again, he ordered his food and sat down to eat it. Any looking into it after that is now your problem. And what's with this guy? What's with Darth Vader in the background? Who the hell is that? Who the fuck is that? You know what, ma'am? You're so busy focused on the guy eating a small burger and fries, and you're so bamboozled about his level of self-control that you're missing the guy you should be questioning a lot about. Who's fucking tall, dark, and ready for a space battle back here?
You're talking about Epstein's Island.
Oh, I bet, actually, you know what? I bet you he's probably like an Uber Eats driver, and it's just some Uber driver on a bike, and that's his fucking helmet. A really, really weird bike helmet.
What's that got to do with my Happy Meal? He might have a Happy Meal in there. You're not stopping him.
Yeah, but he's obviously working. Yeah, and this guy's obviously eating his food. Where is he going to pull the kid out of that you're so worried about? Good God. MSO calling her Jabba the what the fuck? Digger saying, "You're welcome, Johnny." Yeah, I don't enjoy it as much as you. I don't think I find it as funny as you do. I mean, I find it funny, but I don't think but you know what? Thank you. Seeming damage. Later. Lady, why are you wearing yoga pants when obviously you don't do yoga? You're suspiciously clothed. Right? What are you wearing yoga pants for? What's the hoodie hiding? Like, no offense, this isn't hiding your body underneath here.
I'm working for myself and I'm hungry and you're disturbing my lunch.
I'm working for myself, I'm hungry, disturbing my lunch. Again, like, yeah, this is a thing. At the very least, ma'am, you're being a cunt. And of course it's a fat lady that's like, no, I've got to stick my fucking nose in your fucking lunch. This bitch is upset because she had to settle for Tesco meal deal and no McDonald's. No, this bitch is unhappy because she just realized that this guy has the option, the willpower, and the ability to both enjoy McDonald's and save money by going the Happy Meal option. She doesn't because the Happy Meal options portions are far too small. She'll inhale the burger and the fries and then go, all right, I had my appetizer. Where be the food at?
I'm sorry, but that ain't a lunch.
Because I'm having a Happy Meal.
I've got my eye on you. So as neighbourhood watcher, that's what we're there for.
I've got my eye on you. Ma'am, you don't realize how much of a loss this is. I've got my eye on you, so does Neighborhood Watch. That doesn't qualify as a meal. Then why would you feed it to your children if it doesn't qualify as a meal? Again, I don't know if you know this. My daughter can eat, like, more than me. So I dare to say that I could go to a McDonald's and be all right with a Happy Meal and be fine. I know she could. So I don't understand how you can't. Look, take a starving person and bring him to McDonald's and ask him if a Happy Meal counts as a meal. What if he got the Mighty Kids meal? Well, now it's just plain to see. It's blatantly obvious. I'm back again. I hate work, says Brian. Well, hey, we're happy to take you through hopefully the end of your workday. We've got about an hour left in the show. We're about a good 30 minutes away from me torturing myself with jelly beans in a teaser of what's to come for tomorrow. We've pretty much got tomorrow's goal knocked out, I want to say, with Rumble and Twitch and everything. So he wanted the toy is all. Calm down, bitch. Right? That would have actually... That's how I would answer this just to shut her up. Be like, I wanted the fucking toy, you cunt. But this is the worst part that I know about McDonald's. You can ask for the toys outside of the meals. Like, you can order a regular meal and be like, can I get a Happy Meal toy with that for the kid? Like, when I see him later? I'm ordering the food for me. But it doesn't look good. Like, it never looks good. If you're like, hey, can I get one of the Happy Meal toys? You can charge me for it. Like, it never looks good.
No, look. What are you talking about? Why can't I have a Happy Meal?
Happy Meals for children and just seeing where the children are.
Listen.
Happy Meals, again, I hate that I have to explain this to this bitch. Happy Meals aren't exclusive to kids, you beluga fat whale.
Not that it's any of your business, but this is all I can afford. Yeah, it's the cheapest thing in the menu. I need a full meal.
Use it because there's a saver menu and it's 99 pence.
Is that right?
Yes, this is right.
Well, this is what I wanted. I chose to have this.
What, the little toy?
Maybe I got a book.
God, fuck this lady. You know what, ma'am? You can come back and criticize him after you do a couple laps around the building. How does that sound? Get your fucking steps in and you can start criticizing what he's apparently claiming all he can afford. Those damn toys are like almost half the price of the damn meal, frickin' kids. MSO, I'll never look at a Happy Meal the same way again. I honestly, I wish I were there just to laugh at this lady and be like, oh my God, you're so dumb. You are so dumb. Like, that's, again, the way you deal with this, whether it's right or wrong. I'd be like, look, just because I don't want to eat 30 fucking hamburgers like you fat pig, doesn't mean that you can criticize me. If we're going to start criticizing people, what are you doing here? You didn't order any food, and clearly you've been eating. I'd like to criticize the food you ordered, but it disappeared at the speed of light because Mommy unhinged her jaw.
Maybe I got a book.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's your excuse, is it?
It's not an excuse. It's my lunch. There's no excuse for having lunch.
Ma'am, what's your excuse for the fact that your stomach is bigger than your tits and your ass combined? What's your excuse for looking like you swallowed a cannonball? If we're going to start talking about your excuses, what's your excuse for skipping leg, core, arm, and pretty much every day?
Right, surely we'll be going in, we'll be looking at the cameras, or we'll be making a note of your car and seeing exactly where you're going and what you're doing. I'm just saying.
So can we do that? So if we're going to do that, can we bar you from shopping here? Because we don't have to track your car to see that you are not going to the gym, so this food shouldn't be for you.
No, I'm just saying.
And who are you here with?
I'm in Neighbourhood Watch.
Yeah? You just left your kids inside there to come and complain about me and McDonald's.
Well, I can see them quite clearly through the window. How do you know that?
What the fuck? So someone could be fucking with your kids right now, but you're busy pestering this guy about sitting out on a bench eating a fucking kid's meal. Good God. You should not have... Why is she allowed children? Clearly she's not smart enough. What ass and boobs? She's a marshmallow. No, she isn't. She's a globe. And she's covering the roundness with the hoodie.
Why are you looking at my kids? Are you joking?
Why are you looking at my kids? He's bringing up your children because you won't stop fucking with him, you fat cow. You're criticizing a man for ordering a kid's meal. You're insisting that it's only for children. You're telling him that you think he's a fucking pedophile just because he ordered a kid's menu. And then, when he proves that you're being an unattentive mother, of course, I bet she's a fucking single mom. Oh, I gotta film you. I gotta make a thing about you. I gotta do this because I don't feel like there's any meaning in my life. And I chased off someone who thought that, you know, this could work. Like, and now I'm just stuck with the aftermath. And I'm like, oh, all I do is take care of these kids and no one gives a shit about me. Like, right. You didn't think where being this type of person made that a thing. Calm down, Kool-Aid, and go watch your kids. Right? That's all. Thank you. God damn. To the last 30 seconds of the video, we learned that she is a completely... Again, I don't know if you should... Clearly, ma'am, since you're so willing to leave your children unattended in a McDonald's, I'd love it if the cops showed up and arrested her for not keeping track of her kids. For all of this, like, we're going to follow you and blah, blah, blah. Well, we have it on video that you left your children unattended for several minutes in a McDonald's. You should get arrested. Johnny, your poorly veiled trauma is showing. Ah, is it? You mean that my poorly veiled, which one? How can this cunt afford an iPhone on universal credit? Your question, no idea. I don't live in England.
Crazy. You're actually crazy. I saw your kids were crying in there when I was waiting for this about 5 minutes.
Get your eyes off my kids.
I'm trying to have my eyes off.
Get your eyes off my kids. Well, then how about you stop staring at his fucking food? Lest the rage consume you and you eat it right in front of him. Oh. God, I want this. I want this lady brought up on charges. Get your eyes off my kids. Then stop staring at my food, you fucking whale. Stop criticizing my life choices. You're criticizing mine, I'll criticize yours. You're a horrible, fat, lazy, waste of space mom who's so concerned with what someone else ordered that she's not paying attention to her own children. So maybe take a page out of your book and focus on the kids. Universal credit is our benefit system. Yeah, but I don't know if she's on that or not. Do you think she's fat, though? No, I think she's remarkably fat, and I'm getting annoyed by her. Won't lie, I was collecting the Pokemon cards. Happy Meals kick ass. Dude, I've never ever ordered a Happy Meal to get the toy or anything. But if you're some sort of weird fan of whatever they're... Like, I'm not going to lie. If next week I was to find out that all the McDonald's Happy Meals have Gundam Wing Gundams in them, guess who's going to get a shit ton of fucking Happy Meals? This guy, because I love fucking Gundam Wing. But I'd also be a stupid chode and gay for doing it, but I don't care. The point is... her coming out here with having children inside. God, that pisses me off. So you actually have something you should be doing right now that you're not doing because you want to call this guy a pedophile for daring to eat a Happy Meal on the balcony.
My meal. You get your eyes off my Happy Meal and let me be happy, eat my meal in peace. And you filming me as well.
see. I need to get the evidence.
You're crazy.
Obviously, I need to get the evidence. The evidence that you're being a horrible cunt, not taking care of her kids. Can we use this evidence? Can we use your phone video in a court of law when we hire... Pleasantly plump, then some remarkably rotund.
Easy. Evidence of what? A man trying to mind his own business and eat his Happy Meal. It has made you unhappy. My Happy Meal has made you unhappy.
Of course it's made her unhappy. She could never look at portions that small and ever hope to be sated. Jabba the Fat fucking Hutt needs all the food. Super cunt alert. I repeat, super cunt alert. Yeah, kind of.
Do
you know how stupid that is? And she's standing there like the part that bothers me is the huh? I really hope that the cops showed up to arrest her because her kids were like screaming and crying. And she was so busy accusing this guy of being a piece of shit. Oh, man.
What do you think you're doing?
Yeah, it's the cheapest thing on the menu. I need a full
And
meal.
use it because there's a saver menu and it's 99 pence.
She thinks she caught a pedophile luring kids with Happy Meals. Again. I really feel like kids don't get lured by like Happy Meals if you're sitting like if he was getting the Happy Meal and climbing into a closed panel van and driving off, you're allowed to have suspicions. But if he gets a Happy Meal and he sits down at a table and tries to start eating, you are an asshole for going, oh, why are you eating that Happy Meal? Imagine what she smells like. I don't want to imagine what she smells like. I want to imagine a world where her children are in better care. That's what I want to imagine. I want to imagine what it would be like if her children had a decent mom. Now I want a Happy Meal, says Brian Science. I'm going to lie. Now I kind of want a Happy Meal. Like, I kind of wish I could just go get a Happy Meal and order one and have one right now. Tell you what I am going to do right now, though. I have read several articles saying that if you really want to fucking squeeze a dime out of the McDonald's place, you got to get that app. And I'm not normally for this. But let's pull up the McDonald's app and see what happens. McDonald's app. Let's do that. Let's install the McDonald's app and see what a Happy Meal costs American, and how big a deal this is. Let's open the McDonald's app and see how much it costs American. Continue. Yeah. I really hate that I'm doing this, but whatever. All right. Continue with Google. Sure, why not? We'll use the business account. You're signing into the McDonald's app. Continue. Wow, I'm glad I fucking did this now. Terms and conditions. Finish registration. Turn off notifications. All right, so the menu. Let's go to the menu. What does a Happy Meal cost? While using the app. Oh, dear Lord. Let's go to this one. Nearby. Which ones? That's by Costco. I don't want to do that. That one seems like it might be there. All right. Dude, fucking A. God, I just want to look at the menu. I don't want to select a location. McDonald's meals. Jesus Christ, this is taking forever. How long? Where's the fucking Happy Meal? So, 2-piece strips meal. Dear Lord, it's not even here. Fuck. Where's the Happy Meal thing? Meals. I thought we did that. The McDonald Land Quarter Pounder cheese with cheese meal. That's not a thing. That's not a Happy Meal. I can't find Happy Meals on the app. That's weird. That's weird. All right, fuck it. I'm no longer interested enough. We can't do this. It's not working, so fuck it. We'll do it live. It's 5:35, says Mr. Q. I am right. So again, somebody spent like $5 to order a meal. Fucking her McDonald's ordered 5 Big Macs. Yeah, whatever. It's a good price though. It used to be $3.49, says Brian. Yeah, but how much of that is inflation? Are the portions smaller and the prices are up? Because then we got a problem. Johnny, with the app, I can get a 20-piece nugget and 2 medium fries for $10. Now I'm just fucking hungry for McDonald's. Like, this is the worst. Now I'm hungry for fucking McDonald's. And those jelly beans are looking me in the face. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. What do I have for food here? I could just make food here when I'm done, right? So here's the problem. McDonald's doesn't deliver. If they delivered, I would order McDonald's and eat it for the end of the show. I don't want to log into PayPal. I want to see if people... No, we're not doing that. We only have 40 minutes left in the show. We're not going to order McDonald's to do a thing. Treat yourself, sir. It's a holiday weekend. Treat myself. I'm planning to treat myself tomorrow. So I can't do that today. I'm treating myself tomorrow. I have food around here. There's a man about to enjoy his lunch. We can't have that. Hold on, kids. Mommy has to make an ass of herself. Wild Saffron, that really is what it is, though. You have to make an ass of yourself. Toastmaster just left the show. We're not going to order me. You could get McDonald's delivered through Uber Eats, but it won't get there in time for the show. Yeah. But then I have to pay extra for Uber Eats to deliver it. And I'm one of those weird people where I'm like, I don't have the money for that. I'm not someone who has the money to pay Uber Eats. Can you not Uber Eat McDonald's? You can. It won't get here in time for the show. I just don't want to. I don't want to do that. Again, the McDonald's thing, what it is I'm actually like, I'm just fucking hungry is what it is. I should make food, like real food. That's the thing. I haven't really had a whole lot of food today. I had a banana. I made I took 2 waffles and I made a 2 Eggo waffles and I made a peanut butter, Reese's chocolate banana peanut butter sandwich. So that's what I did. I could probably make like real food. Let's do something else though. Kentucky Rescue. Was this the one we want? Elderly women rescued from a hot tub. I don't know. Like now nothing really feels the same. After that lady bitching about this thing, I can't really get motivated to talk about 2 old ladies in a hot tub getting stuck in there. Do we have a video? Let's do a video. Let's do a video. We've got about a half hour left in the program. I'll do this story and then a video, and then after that, we're gonna have to start doing the fucking jelly bean shit. What you really use Uber Eats for is local takeout spots. Maybe in your country. In this country, I personally, I just don't use Uber Eats. Almost any time that you would order Uber Eats, you could drive there and pick it up at the drive-thru and get it yourself and just save the whole delivery fee. Like Uber Eats, I don't even have an app. I don't have it set up. It wouldn't be here in time. A whole slew of why fucking bother. So yeah, I don't think we'd use Uber Eats. I asked my wife for a Happy Meal. Let's see what she says. Wish me luck, says Brian. 2 old ladies in a hot tub. I didn't know that you and Digger were in a hot tub together. Oh! That's insulting. I don't want anyone calling Digger an old lady. She's not an old lady. She's my old lady. That's totally different. Totally different. Although I will admit, it was a nice joke. I left myself set up for that one. Brava, sir. Brava. We'll keep the old ladies in the hot tub story on deck if we need it. First, let's talk about this. This is a thing that probably scares the shit out of any guy in the world. a tumor the size of a chicken egg found in a man's scrotum due to a rare condition usually found in vaginas. Like this, there's no winning for this. Like you have a rare scrotal tumor. It's ginormous. That's going to be a problem. Normally, a problem normally found in vaginas. Not going to be awesome to fucking be that guy, let me tell you. So wait a minute. So you're telling me that deep down, deep inside, this guy's sack was a pussy. No other symptoms. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, that's not good. I read ahead. After years of silent growth, doctors were shell-shocked. Really? I think they'd just be grossed out in general. Doctors were shell-shocked to discover a tumor nestled inside a Chinese man's scrotum that had ballooned to the size of a chicken's egg. With no other symptoms, the oversized lump was the only sign of a condition so rare it's been documented just a handful of times in medical literature. The patient was a 59-year-old man who finally sought medical help after living with the swelling in his left scrotum for 2 years. Dude, seriously, no offense. I'm finding some sort of medical professional the minute I discover scrotal swelling. You're going to go 2 years with a bloated scrotum, and you're just going to be like, fuck it. Let's see what happens. Sounds like, no. I mean, it sounds like it. Shell-shocked just makes me think of turtles in time. Oh, dude, I do have a turtle story. So we have a turtle story. Anyways, the patient was a 59-year-old man, sought medical attention. A problem that had seriously affected his daily life. Oh yeah, I can't imagine how that would make life difficult with literally a mass the size of a chicken egg in your sack that just, holding your legs together alone. A herdsman from a remote mountain village, the man had limited education and paid little attention to his health. That may be why the tumor grew so big until he came to the hospital for treatment, researchers theorized. His left testicle had swollen dramatically, measuring about 123 by 168 millimeters, 3 to 4 times larger than normal. Inside, doctors found a well-defined, firm, smooth mass. Notably, the patient had no other health issues, such as high blood pressure or diabetes. His BMI was 25, which is considered overweight but not obese. The right testicle was normal, and the ultrasound revealed no problems with other organs. Wait a minute. All right, so, and before anyone says, hey, it's not that big a deal, agree to disagree. Agree to disagree. That is a ginormous fucking tumor. It's down to his knees, man. Oh, God, kill me now. I can't deal with that one. That one would be a problem. All right, the patient underwent surgery to remove the mass and was ultimately diagnosed with Agiomyofibroblastoma, or AMF, a rare benign tumor often found in the lower genital tract of premenopausal women, usually on the vulva. These tumors typically grow slowly and painlessly and are frequently mistaken for more common conditions like cysts. While AMF is often seen in women, it's even more exceptional to be diagnosed in men. Just 8 other cases. So just 8 other cases of giant nut syndrome. Great. That guy's never going to live it down. He's never going to live it down. All right, so we have a couple of weird, no way. How do you walk very, very carefully? So he wasn't fat, so he could actually see his dick. Why didn't he go to the doctor before 2 years? Again, just thought he had a big nut. MSO saying, maybe his slam piece liked it. That's not okay. Frosty Grammar. Mikey Two Milks have balls that hang down. I'm sad that you know that. 2 grannies in a hot tub eating Happy Meals, says Wild Saffron. He had an ovarian cyst in his balls. No, it wasn't a cyst. Again, it's just a fucking benign tumor. Ugh. Oh, it's just gross. You know what? I didn't really want to do that story before I eat a whole bunch of nasty fucking jelly beans. I've been putting it off for the entirety of the show. We're down to the last half hour of the program. I promised to eat 3 jelly beans. And by God, I'm going to do it. But I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I don't want to do it. It's going to be gross. I'm not going to be happy about it. We'll give it a go in a minute. Thank you for being here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. Happy to see all of you guys in tomorrow's big show. Hope that a lot of you hang out. Obviously, not as many people given the whole holiday weekend thing. That's my fault. But yeah, you know what? Fuck it. The studio will be up for grabs. Whole slew of personal torture things on the docket. So everybody should be able to have fun with that. Let's see. Girls' trip to remote cabin in Kentucky nearly ended in tragedy when 2 women in their 80s took a soak in a hot tub and could not get themselves out of the heated water. Rescuers said on Friday. The group was enjoying a dip in a hot tub at a cabin in the Red River Gorge area of southwestern Kentucky when 2 of the elderly women were unable to get out of the tub because of pre-existing issues, Wolfe County Search and Rescue said. Rescuers said the 2 women became unresponsive in the heated water after developing hypothermia. Hyperthermia, not hypothermia. Hyperthermia. Thank you for that completely out of place laugh track. I wonder if the surgeon played AC/DC Big Balls. It'd be a choice. So they developed hyperthermia, a condition where the body is overheated and cannot cool down. A 3rd woman got into the hot tub to keep their heads above the swirling water, while a 4th woman called 911 for help. I've got an idea. Turn off the hot tub. You know those things have buttons, right? Like, you guys can shut that shit down. Why couldn't you turn it off? Look, they're overheated. The water is swirling and bubbling. Yeah, turn it off and just fucking let them sit in it and then call the cops. It'd be a lot easier. Caretakers of the cabin had pulled the 2 women out of the hot tub when the Wolfe County Sheriff's Office arrived. One woman was partially responsive, while the other was completely unresponsive and in critical condition. The unresponsive woman was taken to a shower where the team applied cold water and ice. The partially responsive woman was moved outside where rescuers cooled her down using a hose and ice. So again, 20 to 30 minutes after the cold water treatment, both women began to show signs of recovery. So nobody's explained to me, why didn't we just turn off the hot tub? You kept them in there while it was running? Hot tubs, man. I've said they're a problem. And they are. Sorry, says Jesse ESP. I mean, you don't have to be sorry. Channel points, it's a thing. I just, it was a left field dodge. I don't know what that was about. What do you want from me? Alrighty, so I have about 30 or about 20 minutes left in the show. We've got a couple of different things. I want to read this story and then find out videos on these things because these things seem cool. There is a person who found a dinosaur-like alligator snapping turtle found under a dock in Washington. So it's a large invasive snapping turtle, but apparently it's a freshwater snapping turtle in America. I don't really care at all about the story. Let's look up alligator snapping turtles on YouTube. These things seem cool as shit. I mean, they can take a finger.
Change that. When traders say oil is priced in dollars.
I don't care. Why is that? I wasn't watching. I clicked YouTube, not the video I was watching. Alligator snapping turtle. Oh, hey, actually we have the Seattle news story on the snapping turtle.
We're used to seeing beautiful wildlife in Washington, but an alligator snapping turtle shouldn't be one of them. Turns out the invasive species was spotted last week in Kirkland. Thankfully, it will have a new appropriate home.
I want that turtle.
Nia Wong tracked down a member of the team who helped with that reptile recovery. On the shores of
nice. Great. So we got an actual story. Show me the turtle.
Anita Beach.
Well, the percentage of you getting bit by a snapping turtle is, very low.
Kai Dupuis says.
Fuck yes. No. We're going back. Do we got the audio up? We don't have the audio up high enough. Play that again, buddy.
Bit by a snapping turtle is, very low.
Child recovery. On the shores of Juanita Beach.
Well, the percentage of you getting bit by a snapping turtle is, very low.
Kai Dupuis.
I never dreamed I would be come. Can you straighten out so I can read your shirt, sir?
He says he's not one to take chances with an alligator.
I never believed I'd be a supercomputer. All right, well, I need more. I need more info. I've had one big enough to snap a 3-inch oak branch in half. Like your own personal one, they'll F you up. They look cool, man. I don't care what you say. They look like Godzilla turtles.
Gator snapping turtle.
Possibility keeps me on this bench.
Those chances jumped when a lifeguard pulled one out from under the boardwalk last Tuesday.
They'll just open up wide and kind of hiss at you.
Animal control officer Angela Arnold was called in to help with the recovery.
He was not happy. No. He's living his best life here, and all of a sudden he was scooped up and put in a bin.
The freshwater turtles are non-native to the Pacific Northwest. They're an aquatic invasive species that can't be bought or sold in Washington.
I have never interacted with a real live snapping turtle, just free-willing it.
Jessica Battaglia says it's concerned.
Just free-willing it? What about free-willying it? What about big willying it? Ba-da-na-na-na-na-na, snap a turtle. Ba-da-na-na-na-na. If that water wet, there's snapper turtles in it. I mean, maybe.
These turtles are not from, nor should they be, in these waters.
I don't know how something like that would get in here.
While it's hard to pinpoint exactly how this turtle ended up in Kirkland, the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife sent Fox 13 a statement saying in their experience, these prohibited turtles were once pets that were illegally dumped by their owners.
I was very proud of our lifeguard for pulling it out of the water when he did.
Though the agency says another alligator snapping turtle was removed from the Pend Oreille River in eastern Washington in June, they don't have any information to suggest they're reproducing in the wild.
I really hope not, because, they do eat a lot of things that, our natural animals need to eat.
There's no need to be alarmed about alligator snapping turtles in Kirkland for now.
If I see it, I'm definitely not getting in.
Any side?
Again, it sounds like you don't see them. Like they show up surprisingly, and they're not from the area.
Sightings of them should be reported to the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife. In Kirkland, Nia Wong, Fox 13.
Nia Wong ate that turtle. Damn dinosaur. They taste great, though, says Mr. Q. Thank you for the turtle pants sticker. I've been avoiding it. We opened the.
I like turtles.
Well, see, now Labglass throwing those 2 stickers in. If we get a couple other people and we can get a hype train going, that'd be great. We're gonna do the jelly beans either way, though. So let's find. Let's go back on our alligator snapping turtle search and just find a video. You absolutely don't want to get bitten by this turtle. 2 minutes and 16 seconds of the Smithsonian Channel's
in at some
alligator snapping turtle. I have to do. I have 3 jelly beans that I need to use. Now these Bean Boozled beans. How do you open the box? These Bean Boozled beans come in flavors like burnt rubber, wet dog, stinky socks, toothpaste, barf. Oh no, not barf. Licorice, I could probably handle that. Top banana. I can't. This print is too small, and the sticker's in the way. Come on, I want to see these. Okay. All right, so these have burnt rubber, wet dog, toothpaste, barf, licorice. I don't know what top banana is. Tutti Frutti, Berry Blue, Peach, Stink Bug, Dead Fish, Old Bandage, Liver and Onions. I'll probably like that one. Booger, Toasted Marshmallow. Probably like that one. Strawberry Banana Smoothie. That sounds nice. Pomegranate, Cappuccino, and Juicy Pear. All right. All right. All right. We'll be able to try this. We caught a snapper probably about 80 pounds, says Mr. Q. That sounds like a big snapper. Wet Dog, says Saints. Well, I'm not trying specifically a flavor based on any sort of suggestion or anything like that. We're going to grab, I'm going to do one random Jelly Belly bean, and then we'll do one random spicy Jelly Belly bean, and then we'll do another random bean. We'll see where we land. I will say if both of the regular jelly beans are good flavors, then we'll do another one, because that's not fair. We do have to do some of the horrible ones. No, I'm saying Wet Dog flavor, gross. Yeah, no, dude, I don't know if you know this or not. Most of those flavors sounded fucking gross. All right? I don't know where you land in the world, but barf is not an ideal fucking, like, well. Do I even have, speaking of which, like, I suppose this is this will have to do. What can I use? I need, you know what? We have our coffee cup from earlier today. I have my steel toe mug that I use for coffee. If I have to vomit, I'll just vomit into that. Old Band-Aid and tar are the worst, says Hooters Girl. Ah. Old Band-Aid and tar. I'm not liking this idea. I know people suggested this. I know it's me that's doing this for entertainment on my show. I don't like what I signed up for. I'm going to go on a limb now and say I'm dumb. And I should never have agreed to do this. I'm not excited about it. I can't stress that enough. I am not excited about it. I'm going to do a hoot, and I'm going to eat one of these beans, and I'm going to hate my life. England, sir, that is my homeland. I know. We know. Does the barf jelly bean taste and smell like the stuff they used to use in elementary school? No. Mr. Q, I don't know. Carlos Ramirez, eat them. We're going to get to that. You're retarded, sir. That is your excuse. All right, well, yeah, but still. Yes, you are very dumb, Johnny. Now eat the bean. Everybody wants me to eat the bean. Nobody understands the milking in a portion.
150 pounds. This alligator snapping turtle finds a calm spot. He earns his calories by becoming just another rock on the bottom. His special sense organs taste the presence of prey in the murky water.
150 pounds? Mr. Q said
Just
80.
Say, ah. To set the trap.
Well, who's going to go in for that? Is it because of the dick-looking thing in his mouth? Don't fall for his mouth dick, son. Don't fall for his mouth dick, son. You don't want it. You don't want any piece of that mouth dick. All right.
The worm-shaped appendage on the tip of his tongue, called a vermiform.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. It's the mouth dick. You're going after the mouth dick. That's not good. If it wasn't so expensive, you could have done the hot ones challenge. What do you mean? I have the hot spicy challenge Bean Boozled jelly beans. I think the hot ones, like the chips things, are stupid. I don't want to do that. That's eating a potato chip that puts you on your ass. I'm not doing that. There's different kinds of snapper. They all get huge just depending on how old they get, says Mr. Q. Do they all have mouth dicks?
lures in a
All right, we're gonna. Yeah, dude, this looks like something I shouldn't be able to play on a channel. All right, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna grab a random jelly bean, and then we're gonna hit it.
curious fish.
Random jelly bean.
One wrong move.
Ah. The worst part is I don't know what one that is. Oh, that's gross. Please let that be burnt rubber. Oh, dear Lord. Tomorrow's going to suck. Oh, God, that's disgusting. Oh. Oh, it's still... Oh, God. Oh. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, Mommy. Wild saffron. Bean. Yeah, we ate the bean, and I regret it. Oh, me. Oh, God, that's gross. Oh. And the worst part is it's a fucking, it tastes like burnt plastic. It's got to be the burnt rubber. Anybody who's ever been around a camper that caught fire knows what burnt plastic smells and tastes like. This tastes like that. Oh, God. Which one did you eat, says Gemstone. I'm pretty sure I ate burnt rubber. I'm pretty sure I ate burnt rubber. Looking at the list, and the next one we'll actually look at it and see if we can see what one it is. But going off of the packaging here, I'm going to say I have to say I probably ate burnt rubber. Probably ate burnt rubber. 420 will make you feel better. No, it won't, St. Caesar. Smoking weed on top of this, that's why I did it beforehand. Smoking weed on top of this won't help. It'll just make it taste worse. Because jelly beans stick to your fucking teeth. Okay? Oh, hey, we could do this as Kamala's. Look, we've all eaten jelly beans. Okay? Now, if you pay attention to me, you know my record. I've eaten a lot of jelly beans. Okay? And now when you eat a jelly bean, right, what are we doing when we eat a jelly bean? We put a bean of jelly in our mouth and we chew. Okay? And now that chewing is what you use to eat the bean. But ironically enough, that's also what makes the bean prevent it from being eaten. Okay? Because as opposed to just swallowing the bean and the bean being digested, you've chewed it. Now it's on your teeth. Okay? Ingredients. Ingredients in what? What are the ingredients? What the fuck do you mean ingredients? Fuck off. I'm not. I'm going to sit here. I already can't read the names of the beans. The typing is so small on the back of this box. So if you think I'm going to break down how they made the flavors for you, you're up your ass. And if you think, oh no, did they use real burnt rubber? You're retarded. You're retarded if you think that they put anything not safe to eat in a board game jelly bean food game that would be played with kids. I will say this. This does very much make me feel like I'm in a fucking Harry Potter movie eating the fucking horrible... Lab Glass Cum Socks is my favorite flavor. I make them myself. I didn't need that info. We've got 2 minutes from 420. I'm going to hit play on this because I'm fascinated by these turtles. And while I watch this turtle use his mouth dick to catch a fish, I'm going to eat one of the spicy beans. Let's give that a go.
Could give him away.
All right. We're going to... Don't do it, buddy. And you're dead.
I'm in the Mississippi River.
The Mississippi? So these guys are local. I could have one of these. I just got to catch me an alligator snapping turtle. All right. I'm going to go with my best guess on this. I'm about to do a sriracha bean. That's got to be a sriracha bean. It's either a sriracha bean or a California Reaper. I'm pretty sure it's sriracha. I'm praying it's sriracha. Happy 420, says Mr. Q. You're entirely a minute early. Here's our sriracha bean. Please be sriracha. Please be sriracha. It's really spicy. Oh, God. Oh, it's making my mouth water. Oh, please let that be Carolina Reaper. I can handle that if that's the ultimate heat. I'm pretty sure it was sriracha. It's too tame. It's too tame. That had to be sriracha. That had to be sriracha. It was too tame. I got through it. Suffer, Johnny. Dude, my nose is going to start watering. Tomorrow's going to suck if I land on on those spicy beans more than once. Tomorrow's going to suck. How much to eat the whole bag? Not on your life, St. Caesar. Besides, St. Caesar, hell of a lot more than you've got. You don't put in any money on this show. You just give me your Prime sub. So why ask? If somebody, who throws money on the show throws at it, then I'm more inclined to give you a legit answer. Anyhow, it is after 420. I'll resume this. I'll hit this, and thank you for supporting the show. I have one more bean to eat. God, I don't want to.
The alligator snapping turtle's incredible vice-like beak can tear through flesh and shatter bone.
But can it lock together two pieces of wood if you're going to glue them? Oh, dear Lord. Oh, dear Lord. I'll say this. I'm learning this now for this show. Smoking after spicy beans, bad idea, because the coughing is making the spice burn go all over my throat and mouth. Jesse's saying, did you get the wheel for that game, Johnny? No, because I didn't want to buy, it's like a $30 or $40 game. I didn't want to buy the game, and then we'd spin the wheel and do the beans. We're going to just do random Jelly Belly beans. We're going to have... We're going to have 1, 2, and 3 bean tickers on the wheel tomorrow for both the disgusting beans and the spicy beans. Spicy beans, I think I'm only going to go to 2. I'm just telling you now. And those will stay on, and they'll be used repeatedly. So every time we go through something, we can experience how that goes. Every time the beans come up, they'll stay up. The coconut crab. All right. Anyhow, so the wild wilderness dude, I guess he got bit by a snapping turtle. Let's see him bit by a snapping turtle. We'll go to this.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Holy cow, did you see how deep his beak just went into that meat? Dude, guys, I don't know about that. Hold it there. There you go. Oh my gosh, you hear that?
That's when they bite the worst, when you start moving.
All right, I'm sorry, but is that an alligator snapping turtle? Oh, it is. Alligator snapping turtle bite. All right, so he's fucking around. I think I've watched this before. He's fucking around with the chicken leg. I could care about the chicken leg. What are we doing for you?
Yeah, that's bad. My arm is about to go into that. All right, you guys ready? Nervous.
You should be nervous. This is incredibly stupid. This is this dude deserves a Darwin Award for just surviving this shit.
Very nervous. Okay. I'm Coyote Peterson, and I'm about to enter the strike zone.
Oh, fuck off. I hate your strike zone shit.
Ooh, I could hear cracking the bamboo. Oh, jeez. Ah! He's through into my arm. Ah, jeez, it went right past the bamboo into my arm.
It went right past the bamboo into my arm. He fucking got you. Great. Awesome. They will snap off a finger. Well, yeah, I heard about that. Jesse says, you make the wheel, Johnny. Yeah, I make the wheel. I make the wheel for the show. Johnny has the look of regret right now. I do. I regret the hot beans because coughing makes them worse. And I'm really regretting it right now because that felt decent. And then I'm gonna do hotter ones tomorrow because the sriracha is the low end of the pole. That's what I don't like. I looked at those and I know like on Scoville strength levels like that, the sriracha is the low one. When my wife had to get a C-section last minute, I made the OR staff change the radio station to 101.7 FM so my kid could hear Johnny and Aaron while exiting the womb. That's awesome. That's awesome. Back when we were on the radio, that was fun. I enjoyed doing all that stuff. That's how I got into all this shit. That's why I keep doing it, because I have the stuff, so might as well. All right, so we have about 5 minutes left in the program. We've done the snapping turtle thing. I've got to eat one more disgusting bean. We're going to do that in a second. And if it's a good one, we'll go to a disgusting bean for your amusement. And it looks like there's going to be a few of those for tomorrow. So, trespassing snake, we did that. Or we didn't do that, but I don't think I want to do that. We have this out of context video that'll be fun. We'll save the corgi thing for tomorrow. We did the alligator snapping turtle. So let's clear that off. Clear that off. We'll save all the other stuff for tomorrow. We'll go to the out of context human race video because this is 1.5 minutes. So we'll have this to play while we do the last bean. We'll set this up. So this video is a video of someone doing that fucking living statue shit where they seem like a statue, but they're not a statue and they fuck with people. I love those videos. So that's how they get into my feed. Before we do that, I can't wait for tomorrow. So Jesse ESP. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to have, again, we're going to have multiple beans on the fucking wheel. Beans like this one right here, which is, if I had to guess, see, none of these look flesh-toned in the... Yeah, so every color has a good and a bad. So I think I'm either about to have top banana or wet dog. Oh, shit, no. This could be stink bug or toasted marshmallow. I can't tell from smell. There's no smell. There is no smell. So I can't tell. It's going to be fun and funny. I do think it's going to be fun and funny. I'm just not excited for it. I'm not. I don't know what that is. I'm going to say that was toasted marshmallow. Because that wasn't bad. So we'll do one more. We'll show it to the camera. Actually, why does it matter if we do one more and showing it to the camera? All right, so this one is either burnt rubber or licorice because it's black, so it's got to be one of those two. It'll answer the question. Yeah, it's licorice. Wait. No, it seems like licorice. Fuck it. Jalapeno is the low bar. Yolkia and Carolina Reaper is the high bar. I don't think jalapeno was on this one. We'll try another spicy one. Oh, jalapeno is green. Jalapeno is green. In fact, We'll test a jalapeno bean because it came to the end of the bag. Oh, yeah, I'd agree. Jalapeno. No, wait. Sriracha's the low end of the bar. Jalapeno has more kick.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Gemstone Hip Hop saying, this is Digger. Don't eat them for free. They're for tomorrow, silly. We promised a teaser. There's a lot of beans here, and I've got another box on the way, like in the mail, that should get here today. We've got plenty of beans. Oh! I'm gonna say right now, the fucking spicy ones are gonna be the problem. The disgusting flavors seem to pass faster. The spicy ones leave a burn.
Get the hell, man! I'm sorry.
Ha, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. She screams so loud. Dude, he's sitting on a concrete bench. Do you think they'd put a statue like this just on a bench? I love this shit. I love how fast people freak out when they want to, like, fuck with the statue, but the statue waits to fuck with them. Wait, so Digger's all to count? No, it's just a different account. I love that the kid thinks it's gonna fall. Yes. That fucking looks like my dog. Damn it. Oh, that's adorable. I love that. All right. Milk is your only option to tame the burn. I have milk on hand, so that will be a thing. The disgusting fucking jelly beans, I feel like aren't going to be as bad a problem because right now I'm not tasting any of the other jelly beans, but I'm still feeling the burn from the jalapeno, which both confirms the first one I had was sriracha. That one's jalapeno. I'm really not looking forward to any of the others if they show up. Oh my God, is it going to be bad? But that kind of craziness is all coming tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. Feel free to like, subscribe, and throw all that shit forward. Tell your friends. Join us tomorrow. Watch me torture myself for your amusement. It's going to be a good time. Digger will be with us. It'll be fun. Take care of yourselves, and then we'll have a long weekend. We'll be taking Monday off. Yeah. So let's do this. Boop, boop, boop. And animal style, in and out. In and out.
Hey world, what should we do? All the jokes have become the news. Take the black pill, they're